Welcome to Superchat. If you are on your way towards 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. Thank you, everybody, for coming in so early. She Stole My Thunder just made me laugh because while I maybe shouldn't show this to you, I'm actually eating an apple right now. I made the mistake of going on a few minutes early. I should have finished my food before I hit the button because you only get 3 minutes. And if you've ever tried to wolf down an apple in less than 3 minutes, it's not recommended. So pardon me while I get my act together, and thank you for that. Eddie Lugo Studios is the first channel that we're looking at right now. There's somebody who's fairly new to Superchat, just finding us within the last few months, but one of the things that I feature channels for, or the main reason why I feature them, is for impact and generosity that I see within the community. And even outside, when I see channels supporting each other. As soon as Eddie Lugo Studios came into the Superchat family, right away I was running into them constantly, supporting other creators. I'm actually convinced that we have a few new friends based on Eddie Lugo Studios and a couple of others that are in their community. Pardon me. And when we look at this channel, now there's a few shorts videos here. And I've been through a limited amount of Eddie Lugo Studios content, but what I've seen is a lot of cruise footage. What we're talking about is cruise ships, like as in a vacation, right? And he'll give us a look around the ships themselves, talk to a lot of the staff and people that he meets. He seems to be a very outgoing creator that's constantly looking to meet new friends and make new acquaintances and things like that. But he'll give us a thorough look at all the different activities and aspects of a cruise ship. Not that I want to hijack the conversation with self-promotion, but this particular channel rings true to me, or has impact on myself, just because I happen to be lucky enough to work on a cruise ship one summer a long time ago. And we've got this influx now of channels that are coming in. It's a little bit rare that I would do that because I happen to be from Canada. And while a little bit of the talent that you find on cruise ships might come from Canada, dancers or musicians or magicians or DJs and things like that, it's not as common as the United States, if that's where they're departing from. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. So I hope you'll connect with Eddie Lugo Studios. I see them out supporting people almost every day. I've been lucky enough to catch them for live streams, and they've got a premiere coming up, I believe, right? Did I look at that right? Yes, so that'll be tomorrow. And hopefully everybody will enjoy that as well. 790 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them towards the 800 they're thinking about. The Gaming Ham, thank you. I know it's late for you. Thank you so much for stopping by quickly. I'm going to do some introductions in a quick moment here. We had quite a bit of activity before we even started. I'm grateful for the overwhelming beginning to the stream here, but the Moody Artist about a half an hour ago gifted 5 more memberships, and they've done that a handful of times. They said they were hoping to do that when nobody was around, but I happened to have the window open while I was setting up, and Scratch and PPA happened to be in here early as well. So kind of a fun thing to have seen. And I'm sure the recipients of those gifted memberships will be excited. And then as well, Mary Coco Pocahontas, the Plug's daughter, dropped a super chat, as did Chris's Rail Fanning Adventures, who's a new channel from an old friend. And then She Stole My Thunder, a fellow Canadian who's trying to entice me to keep up the healthy lifestyle that I almost started a few weeks ago. And I'm hoping that after tomorrow I've got an outdoor thing that's going to take the wind out of me. But after that, hopefully starting on Sunday, I'll pick things back up. But thank you, everybody, especially for the motivation, for the kind words, for coming in here. Friday night is a very odd time for us to be streaming, but I talk all the time about the idea of mixing up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Just doing our best. Battissimo is welcoming you to the stream, but I know you've been here, but thank you for that. They're one of our newest members, actually, and they've got a prepping channel that's going to help us with self-sufficiency. I'm still learning about them, but they've been very impactful, if that makes any sense, about becoming a part of the Superchat family and making themselves fusing themselves in as a part of the family right away, which is great. So I'm going to get some names onto the wheel. Holly's Adventures is there, Just Jason Keto, and Come Hither with Heather from Australia. All that fluff and stuff is here as well, and they happen to be a member now. Right now, members get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, and then Super Chatters get added to the screen right away. Because I treat gifted memberships like Super Chats, the Moody Artist will be up first, followed by our Super Chatters. We'll get to spinning the wheel soon, but I'm going to fill that wheel up right now as well with a few more creators who are here. Bayou Bengal 25, it's good to see you in the house. Andre Southgate is here. Ben Shan Games, always good to have you in the house. Henry Leslie Vermont, it's good to have you here. And Jeremy D-Day has been a friend from the very beginning. 3 years now, before Tuber Chat was even a thought, JD Knight 7 was a familiar channel, and he broke into a second one there, Jeremy D-Day. So thank you for being here again. Motivation from the Weightlifting Geek, good to see you in the house. Mountain Grandma, good to have you here as well. Psychedelic Spellbreaker, good to see you here as well. Thank you for coming in. And the Queen Whitney's World is here. Chris and Larry Homestead are well beyond 16,000 subscribers now, and they've been making frequent appearances here again, for which I'm grateful. You know that we can learn from channels of that size. Woman Outdoors, I caught her on a different kind of a live stream. You have to forgive me because I was running it. I was in there for a few minutes in the chat, but like a lot of things, I have to be honest, I run a lot more videos than I watch. When I come into a live stream, I'm always there while you see me conversating. So for anybody that's got premieres and live streams, you see me come into the chat. I talk to everybody for a quick second, and sometimes I'm there longer than others, always a minimum of 15 minutes. But where possible, I always let streams run right out if possible, especially when I'm calling it a night. Let's say I can keep a few windows open, run 3 or 4 streams, and let those things run out and give people a few minutes of watch time, right? B&C Garden Experiments, Homestead, and Baking, good to see you in the house again. Thank you for coming in. They happen to be a member, so I'm going to get them on the wheel right away. The Moody Artist does a lot of running streams and premieres and things like that, as we know. Scratch and Pete must do as well. And you know, if you're on a computer, it's easy. I'm on a computer most of the time, so when I am, I've usually got a few windows going with a couple of streams. The only exception is if I'm driving and not around, or if I'm streaming like right now, because we don't want to beat the internet to death. So Tropical Buzz, good to see you in the house. That's the Stock Explorer. I'm going to get them onto the wheel because they happen to be a member and a moderator. And like I said, we always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. If anybody notices me making a mistake, if you happen to be a member, I haven't put you on, please give me a nudge. That will help me out. The Bud Files, they did a extremely long premiere today. I kept on, I was running it, like, so I started watching it, and it went on for a few minutes, and I was running, and I'm working on the computer, and I'm looking at the window right beside me, and they did this just a few hours ago, and I'm like, their premiere is still running. And that must have been an hour, I think. It had to be close, because I didn't even get there at the beginning. And then we've got a few more channels in the house. Conspiracy Music, good to see you here. Arise Shine Within, good to have you in the house. Intrepids is a longtime friend, good to see you here as well. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. And I got to get you to pardon me for a quick second, and then we're going to come back and talk again about Eddie Lugo Studios. So, when we talk about this channel, like I said, more than anything else, what I see from this creator, they're bringing us a lot of cruise content. There's a lot here. They actually did, one of the last videos that I watched before we started for today was a vlogger kind of meet and greet that they did on one of the ships. I think that was probably a mistake there. The Queen Whitney's World. Yeah, one of our moderators accidentally timed you out, so forgive us for that. You'll be back in 5 minutes able to chat. That was just a mistake. Cruise and Koozies, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody. Mama Four Boys is here as well. I'm going to get them onto the wheel. And when we look at the next channel, we're going to see the Moody Artist as well. Oh, Woman Outdoors, thank you very much. Tomorrow I'm going to need a coffee badly in the morning, so thank you for that. I will definitely take advantage of that, so thank you. Woman Outdoors is going to come up actually right after she stole my thunder for that reason. Like I said, we put Super Chatters on the screen right away. Members get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. But for anybody that's brand new, you do not have to Super Chat. You do not have to be a member to get onto the wheel or the screen. We're going to be here at least for a couple of hours tonight. And the wheel and the screen are open to everyone. It takes a very long time these days, I'll tell you right now. But the object is to be meeting friends in the chat. So if you have the time to spend, at some point, I will start adding some names to our wheel from our chat list. And we will get through as many channels as we can today, as we always do. I think that Travel or Bust is in the house. Yes, thank you for coming in. And they're one of our newest members as well. Now, actually, two of our brand newest members in the Tuber Chat family who happen to be official members already are just doing our best and Travel or Bust. These two creators both have silver memberships, so we see them at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream. And you'll notice that soon enough. Oh, and there you go, the Bud Files. They've decided premieres have to be at least 15 minutes. It's funny because I can tell you a little bit of an idea. You know, we've got to be consistent on our channels. And when we're not, or if there's something you're not used to, like if you don't already do premieres, they can take time to build up. I'll give you a small bit of a story. But my personal channel has 9,400 subscribers right now. And the other day I did I ran a premiere. I'm very grateful for the creators that came in, so forgive the way I'm going to put it, but I did expect more. And that can be anybody. So if you're going to do premieres, it can take time to build up. But once you get there, you'll see somebody like Scratch and Pete PA, who's been doing premieres consistently every week on schedule for over 2 years. He's got a chat that runs even faster than Tuber Chat, faster than most that you've seen, at least in the Tuber Chat family. And it speaks to the idea that premieres are something else that has to be built up with consistency. Actually, matter of fact, I run a few other channels that are not mine. And on those channels, we do not run premieres for that reason, because the turnout is not anywhere near what the channel might get for live streams and things like that, or the different channels. We're thinking about starting it. I'll let everybody know if I learn something new as that goes on. But we're constantly trying different things, so it's just an idea. Black Phoenix, good to see you in the house. Trina's Motivation is here. Little Ridge Farm is a member, along with Home Bartending with John. So we're going to get them both onto the wheel right away before we talk about the Moody Artist. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Mike and Rihanna Family Vlogs are here, and they will definitely be willing to swap playlists with creators. Michael's Adventure sends his regards, of course. He's one of our beloved and dedicated moderators, but he can't be with us every day just due to a work schedule. He always makes sure I remember to let everybody know that he's thinking about us, and can't wait to be back. He should be back with us again at some point next week or next weekend. And then, oh, Ben Shen Games, thank you. You're just sending in a few people. Let me see if I can quickly get a setting happening. And forgive me, the Moody Artist. We'll get back to your channel in a second. I'm just going to show you one of the controls you can use in your content to get to your chat settings. And I don't know yet if they've made this easier that we can change the time here. You notice that Superchat always has a 20-minute time limit for new subscribers. So I've just turned that off temporarily. And that is so that if Ben Shang Games has anybody coming over, they don't have to wait. So thank you if there's anybody coming in from there. Because that could be detrimental. We've done that a few times. We've had a couple of people come in from a raid and probably couldn't chat for 20 minutes. We might have lost them. And it's an awful thing when you think about how much work we put into our channels. But that's a quick thing that we can do to solve that problem, and then we can change that back again afterwards. Now, like I said, I haven't figured out yet whether they've added that in to our chat where the new managing moderators might be able to adjust those chat settings. I'm not sure what they can and can't do just yet because it's so new, and I've just added a couple of managing moderators right now. Scratch and PPA, of course. Ben Shang Games, thank you so much for that super chat as well. Mountain Grandma, good to see you here. Hopefully I said hello to you earlier. Rock Chick Beauty, it's very late for you in the UK, but thank you for coming in. And Ben Shang Games, I'm going to put your channel up right after Woman Outdoors for that reason. Now, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I know I've been talking a lot again today, but I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend, and we will get around to as many channels as we can. Hopefully, at least I'll get around to everybody in the chat. Deborah's Journey, good to see you here. And then, yeah, thank you very much, Ben Shang Games. Yeah, things like that build up as well, too, right? As our channels get bigger, a generous thing to do is to raid other channels. I try to do it here from Superchat as often as we can. And then you're basically sending viewers that are already captured, like already concentrated, and, you know, helping another creator out by pushing them in there. And we see the benefit of that all the time. So we're looking at the Moody Artist right now, and this is a creator that, first of all, earlier today gifted 5 memberships again. They've done this countless times. I literally did lose count of how many times they've done this. And it's an incredibly generous thing to have done because 5 more creators are going to enjoy the benefit of the membership here in Superchat for the month. Now, the Moody Artist has over 2,600 and is now halfway to 2,700 subscribers. What they're doing on their channel, there's a lot of different art on this channel. There's a few helpful videos, a lot of shorts here. What they've been doing lately are either illustrating for us with an iPad program called Procreate, which is very popular. I see actually a Canva thumbnail tutorial video here, as well as some video editing videos, and then they're giving us tutorials to talk about how they're using this Procreate to build these beautiful artistic creations, and we see a lot of that recently from this creator, so hopefully everybody will enjoy that. The Moody Artist is incredibly supportive here in Superchat and has been for a long time. I'm just going to grab their latest video. I'm going to put this in a special playlist I have called Catch Up. That just allows me to keep caught up with creators and make sure I don't fall too far behind. James Money 615, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. On a Day is here, and they happen to be a member as well. And next up, we're going to look at Mary Coco Pocahontas, the Plug's daughter. So the Moody Artist, thank you one more time for that incredibly generous gifting of memberships. Again, like I said, they've done that countless times already and gifted 5 memberships today. So thank you for that. And forgive me, now that I'm thinking about it as well, I thought of this right before I started, just forgive me if I've forgotten to put your channel up, because I said a while ago with those gifted memberships, I'm going to treat them like Super Chats and put the channel on the screen right away. I may have forgotten several times. I know everybody's patient with me here and we're all friends, so I appreciate that. But I will try to get that done, and I do appreciate the help the mods give, trying to keep me in line and trying to catch those mistakes. Scratching PPA, of course, always catches all kinds of mistakes every single day, I think, right? Oh, Ben Shan Games. Typically when somebody raids, raiding is a term from Twitch. On YouTube, we call it live redirect, but everybody's been using the term raid forever. So what we do is, like, let's say Woman Outdoors was live right after Tuber Chat. I plan them in advance, usually, with creators where possible, if they have a premiere or a live stream. And then everybody typically goes over to the channel that you're raiding and then mentions, okay, Tuber Chat raid, so that the creator that's live knows where those people came from. It gives a little bit of credit to the raiding channel, and their viewers will then understand, wow, we have somebody who's helped out. So if Ben Shan Games, for instance, was to raid another channel, the idea would be, if you have viewers, a handful of viewers watching, or any number of viewers watching, you just let them know, hey guys, go over and say Ben Shan Games raid, or you can short form it, you can say Ben raid, you know what I mean, or however you like to deal with your viewers, just so that the host knows, the moderators know. And then if you set up the live redirect system, you'll be able to have a message pop up in the chat that specifically tells everybody you did it perfectly. So thank you for that. And yes, thank you for that. So, pardon me if I've missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Mary Coco Pocahontas, the plug's daughter, dropped a super chat earlier, so thank you for that, before we even started, as a matter of fact. So we'll look at that channel right now. And they've done that before. I do appreciate that. They're using this system called, I believe it's called or pronounced Spreaker, but I haven't used it yet. But typically what happens with this, it seems we've got a couple of creators now using this. They're taking podcasts and putting them on YouTube, which is great, because we know that YouTube is going after the podcasting audiences. Podcasts have been a thing for at least 20 or 30 years, in at least a small form, but they really blew up over the last couple of years. So I don't know if that has to do with fitness and the things we've all been through in the last couple of years. A lot of things picked up, and maybe people are listening to headphones more. I'm just guessing, grasping at straws here. But it's great that this creator is bringing this content here so that we can have some conversation to listen to on the channel. 531 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 600 we know that they must be thinking about. And thank you again for that super chat. They've done that before, and they've done it a few times. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Chris's Rail Fanning Adventures took over a little while ago as our stream boss. And what I'm talking about is the video game life meter under my camera there. Every Super Chat and membership knocks a little bit of life off of the stream boss. The last person to knock them out takes over and gets some extra exposure for a little while. That's a plugin that's part of Streamlabs, but you can see the obvious benefit to having that as part of your stream if you wanted to do that. Chris's Rail Fanning Adventures is a generous creator who happens to have been a friend for a very long time. It could be as long as 2 years. And forgive me for even being mistaken about that, because I don't remember not having Bugsy Cruiser and Chris's Rail Fanning Adventures in the Tuber Chat family. This is a newer channel from the creator that we've known all this time. So they've been making frequent appearances here. I'm very grateful for that, not to mention the overwhelmingly generous support. Absolutely unnecessary, very much appreciated, of course. We featured this channel the other day. So Chris's Rail Fanning Adventures is going to bring us locomotives of different types. I'm looking forward to seeing what more he'll do with the channel. And 179 subscribers, so we'd love to push this channel a little bit farther towards the 200 that we know that he's thinking about. Mrs. Frazier, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And next up is a fellow Canadian. This is She Stole My Thunder from Montreal. And this creator has been incredibly supportive to Tuber Chat for an extremely long time, but here almost every day lately as well. And with over 1,300 subscribers, you can see generosity in this creator. from the featured channels on their front page. When you feature channels this way, you're saying to the YouTube algorithm and to your audience that these channels are worthy of being featured by you. And then when some of those channels hopefully feature you in return, they're saying to their audience in the YouTube algorithm that your channel is worthy of being featured by them. So you can imagine the impact that that has both on your audience and the YouTube algorithm when you feature channels, or when your channel is featured on so many other creators' front pages. So I recommend it for anybody that's willing to do it. If you have featured Superchat on your front page, just please make sure that I know so I can return the favor. It's a great way to get a friendship started and trade favors with another creator. Brown Girl Bella, thank you so much. Over 2 years as an official member, but there's actually a longer story. And Brown Girl Bella, I'm going to put her onto the wheel right now. She's actually been a dear friend to me and to us for over 3 years now. She's actually inspirational in the creation of Superchat, but I'll tell that story when we get her channel up on the screen. Rem's Family Farm, yes, the Moody Artist today gifted 5 memberships before we even started, so it's wonderful that you must have picked that up. Yeah, I'm surprised it doesn't say in the email. Maybe I'm mistaken that it doesn't say, but I thought that they did. Yeah, we've been fortunate here to have that kind of thing done a few times, but the Moody Artist has done it a handful of times alone, and then now She Stole My Thunder's coming in to do another one here. That's the channel that we've got on the screen. So Crazy Kid 949 is fairly new to Superchat. They've just been here once or twice. Oh, a few days ago, Rem's Family Farm. Yeah, okay, so it could have been She Stole My Thunder. It could have been the Moody Artist. There's been a few creators who've done that lately. But it is an extremely generous thing to have done. And forgive me for not being certain right now. So She Stole My Thunder, Crazy Kid 949 is going to be excited to have that, I'm sure. And then Brown Girl Bella, it's ironic because she's gifting a membership right now, and I'm very grateful for that. So thank you for that. I'm going to put your channel up right after Ben Shang Games, as a matter of fact. But the channel that is receiving that membership specifically from Brown Girl Bella is AceFlaw1. That's Andy, and he also has been connected to us for 3 years. I believe that AceFlaw1 and Brown Girl Bella are probably friends too, because it was way back then when I just had my small handful of friends that we were all together, and then that inspired the idea of Superchat. So thank you so much. I really do appreciate this extra generous support. I'm sure the recipients are going to be excited. One of the things you'll notice is, yeah, emails go out. So if some of the people who receive gifted memberships happen to be available, they might even pop into the stream right away. Otherwise, we'll see them a few days from now. So She Stole My Thunder talks on their banner about reviewing art, movies, books, and more. They actually do a lot more than reviews here. They've been doing some vlogging content. It looks like we've even got a video gaming video here, which I haven't seen yet. But they've also got a premiere coming up tomorrow early. So that's something that I've got my notification on for, and you can see this. Montreal Museum of Fine Arts, so that'll be a look around, almost like vlogging content. And you see helpful videos from this creator as well. A lot of you know I'm a big fan of Reddit. I've been using that for a long time, and She Stole My Thunder is going to help us out with that as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to this channel. She Stole My Thunder's been an incredibly generous supporter to Superchat, and like I said, been making frequent appearances for a long time now. Roadhog, let me get you into the wheel, and I believe I see Rambling with the Brooms sneaking in here, which I'm finally pronouncing properly now after all this time. Another fellow Canadian. Thank you, Rambling with the Brooms. That's Scott. I'm going to get you onto the wheel as well because they happen to be a member. So again, for anybody that's brand new, or if you've not been here many times yet, the wheel and the screen are open to everyone. You don't have to be a member. You don't have to super chat to get on the wheel or the screen. It just takes a bit of time. Over time, I will add a few names from our chat list occasionally based on who's been most active. And then we'll get through as many channels as we can in the next 2.5 hours or so. And then, yes, rambling with the brooms. Thank you for that. A super chat to top it off. So thank you, and we'll put you up right after Brown Girl Bella for that reason. And there you go. Yes, rambling with the brooms just knocked out Chris's rail fanning adventures as our stream boss. So more interesting activity going on here. I'm going to ask everybody to pardon me for if I've missed anything in the chat that you've meant for me to see, like a question or a comment. Just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or at mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Thank you again, She Stole My Thunder, for that gifted membership. I really do appreciate that. Woman Outdoors is up right now, and I caught them for a different kind of a live stream. I haven't gone for a ride along with them. I've done a few of these streams on my other channel, and I've seen a lot of creators here in the Tuberchat family do live streams like this, so it's a cool chance to be able to hang out for a long period of time. Nice hour-long drive there. And Woman Outdoors is a channel that we featured. It's got to be getting on 6 months ago now, but I found this channel extremely compelling, and the reason why is because it's an outdoor channel. They bring a lot of camping, as well as reviews, cooking, fishing, bushcraft activities, but this creator is in around the Erie, Pennsylvania area, and able to bring us all 4 seasons. So we see the extreme heat, we see the extreme cold, we see 12 inches of snow, or whatever that was in that snowstorm there. We see the sun and the rain and the wind and everything in between. So a lot of different content on this channel. They're getting into a lot of product reviews as well. Shout outs. We've seen Happy Mail videos from this creator and a lot of different things. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. Woman Outdoors is very well known as somebody who's out supporting other creators all the time as well. And then Ben Shan Games, pardon me. So when you talk about collaborations are a wonderful way to expand your audience. When you feature yourself on somebody, if somebody else features you on their channel, if you join them for a video or a live stream or anything, you're benefiting them, as well as the fact you'll probably gain some subscribers from their audience because you're changing the content on their channel. The same thing happens when you bring other people into your channel as well. You'll certainly be helping them by getting them some extra subscribers from your audience, but then as well, it changes the content on your channel and might bring about videos that you wouldn't have otherwise thought of. So, my dear goodness, the Moody Artist is gifting memberships again for the 2nd time today. Thank you for that. I really do appreciate that overwhelmingly generous support. We've got a handful of creators that are grabbing those memberships right now. I don't think any of those creators are in the chat right this second, but if they come in, we'll make sure to get them on the wheel. And then, yeah, She Stole My Thunder, the weather. I thought it was 15 degrees the other day. I was out in a t-shirt, and now we're back to sub-zero. So I don't know what's going on. Mike's Computer Tips, good to see you in the house. It's been windy like crazy in the Toronto area, too. Philip Lemon's here. I'm going to put you onto the wheel. Thank you for coming in again. And Jarrett Talks, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in again. And then multiplayer gaming collabs are a great idea. I'm hoping one of these days I'll be able to do that. Trina's Motivation. So creators who are gifting memberships never get to choose who they go to. And even myself as the host, I can't choose. YouTube just distributes them randomly, somewhat based on who's been active in the channel lately. But even that's not set in stone, as we can see. But there is a setting that you can change if you want to click around that stuff, especially right after you see one of those gifted membership notifications. Then you'll want to make sure that you have gifting available so that you can receive gifted memberships, because for a lot of channels it's off by default. It was a really weird thing when gifted membership started. Jedi Cameron was Hyper Blitz with a slight name change, and the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch is here. I think they were I think you were live earlier and I missed it. And I could be mistaken, but I also went through a video in the last 24 hours as well. And we'll get that channel up here. I'm going to try to stop screaming. I'm screaming through the house again. Oh, pardon me. All that fluff and stuff. I missed what you might be asking. How about... Oh, there's a... Oh, forgive me. Scratch and PPA, if you don't mind, can I ask you to give the instruction for how to do that? Because I still haven't done it yet. I haven't seen it. Scratch and PPA knows very well. I see him on other channels helping people understand how to be in line for those gifted memberships. We still never get to control it, but you just want to make sure that if you would like to receive one, you're able. You have to do it on every channel that you go to, I believe. I could be mistaken, but it's worth having a look. Yeah, no, you're right, Trina's Motivation. It's very confusing, and forgive me because I haven't done it yet for myself on any channel, so I don't know how to do the setting and to tell you what to click, as well as Scratch and PPA does. If he can do it right now, I will if you click on the green gifted membership at the top of the chat screen and click allow gifts. Okay, I'm going to try to remember this. It's very simple instructions, but if you go back up, if you scroll up, you still got a minute probably, but if you scroll up to where the Moody Artist just gifted 5 memberships, there should be 3 dots or something there. You'll be able to click and get that setting. But thank you, Scratch and PPA, for that. And it just says that you can allow gifts. And there you go. Great, Deborah's Journey. Now, forgive me, because, again, I can't be sure whether that's going to carry over to other channels or not. So my recommendation is, if you're on another channel and you see gifted memberships happening, click that thing to see if you can receive them and set the setting if you'd like to. You can also set it not to if you don't want to receive gifted memberships on certain channels as well. Glorious splatter. Interesting. Yes, I'm so heartwarming. It's so heartwarming to hear the inside jokes between creators. You know that friendships are building as well. I'm not sure what might be up with that, Trina's Motivation. Oh, there you go. Yeah, Scratch and PPA says you must do it for each channel individually. And then Trina's Motivation, what I would do is maybe think about resetting your device, or at least refreshing our chat here. If you want to, just go out and come back in, like turn it completely off and come back in, and then hopefully that will help. That gifted membership notification might go away, but after I'm sure it'll happen again at some point here in Superchat. Whenever you see it, wherever you are, you should be able to get that setting. Maybe YouTube will add it into the YouTube Studio at some point. I'll bet that they will, but we haven't seen it yet. So, Ben Shang Games is up here. Thank you for the raid, by the way. He's done that before. Ben Shang Games has 2,200, almost 2,300 subscribers now, and they're here with us frequently as well in Super Chat. They also dropped a Super Chat, so thank you for that. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Jewel in the Kitchen is here, and I'm just dropping them onto the wheel for right now. And Ben Shang Games actually expands into a little bit more content. So you'll notice a lot of shorts here, but when we get into the videos, you see some of these bar chart races. When I first saw these a few years ago, I was so mesmerized by a couple of them. I just thought it was the coolest thing. I haven't made one yet. It can be a handful of work, and things might have improved over the last few years, but one of these days maybe I could do something like that. But this is really cool. And then a lot of gaming, and then other variety within. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. Ben Shang Games is here with us frequently, always engages conversation in the chat, for which I'm grateful. And then thank you again for that super chat, Ben Shang Games. And like I said, he's done that before as well. Brown Girl Bella is coming up right now, and this is a story I said I would tell in a second. What I'll do right before is to say, yes, she stole my thunder. You're absolutely right. Hopefully everybody enjoys the frustrations that come along in our YouTube journeys. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And Trish the Natural is coming in right now. I'm going to get them onto our wheel. and then thank you, Mike's Computer Tips. Oh yeah, don't report. Trina's motivation. Oh, that's possible. Yes, I forget about that. Thank you, Trina's motivation. You're making a great point that I forget to mention. Things like memberships are not available in every country or region. And the reason why is because there could be a variety of reasons. But my understanding, and it's not written in stone, so just take it for what it's worth. My understanding is that some countries view things like super chats and memberships similar to online gambling. And the reason why is because if you pay some money, something happens, right? Or something might happen is more the idea. So while we might all roll our eyes and say that's ridiculous, it's, up to those countries and regions to decide what they do, and then YouTube has to fall in line and follow their rules and laws and things like that. Paralife TV, your everyday wheelchair ninja is Shane. Thank you for coming in. And then, Ben Chan Games, that's a good idea. Multi-streaming, especially for gamers, can be very effective. And FR Humphrey, thank you for coming in. I've got you on the wheel. And Professional Paranormal Research, thank you so much for Super Chat. I really do appreciate that. For that reason, I'm going to put your channel up onto the screen after rambling with the brooms. Forensic Mystics is Cassie. Thank you for coming back in. And I can't remember how long it's been since I caught you on a stream. I don't know why. I'm on all the time now. Especially in the winter months. I hope I can catch you again. I think I caught you and somebody else was reading. Is that what I'm thinking of? And then Lark's Homesteadish. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I actually saw them in a channel outside, and then they came over to Superchat earlier. I think you left a comment too, so thank you for that. We were hanging out. Oh, forgive me, I can't even remember which stream it was earlier today or yesterday. But it's great to have you here. So hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect. Please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Brown Girl Bella, I wanted to talk about because this is a friend that I've had for over 3 years. She is a very dynamic creator, and you see leadership in her as soon as you get to her channel. She has been able to captivate her audience with fantastic branding and presentation from the creator, as well as what she does with her channel. You see what I mean when you get there. But she has been an incredible friend, and one of the things that makes me so passionate when I talk about these kinds of things is, for those of you who are just starting your YouTube journey, if your channel is very young, maybe just a few weeks, a few months, or even a year old, or just a little bit longer, I hope you can take inspiration from the stories that I tell here about creators like this who I've been connected to for over 3 years now. I promise you, we can see the future. There are people who are willing to support you for that length of time and longer. If we could all just find each other, wouldn't it be wonderful? So Brown Girl Bella has been a dear friend to me, somebody who's inspirational in the creation of Superchat, in fact, because when I had first met her, Superchat was not even a thought, but she was introducing channels to each other, and I had to learn the ropes from a few creators like Brown Girl Bella and some of her friends as well. So these creators inspired in me the idea to start Superchat as a place where we can come and support each other and build friendships based on what Brown Girl Bella and some of her friends are already doing. The interesting thing about that is when I came to these creators and said, I'm going to start a channel doing what you do, they didn't say, no, don't do that, don't copy us, don't go do your own thing. They said, we'll help you build it. And sure enough, they did. And you can see, after 500 episodes of Superchat, Brown Girl Bella is still coming by as often as she can to support. I also visit her channel when I can. She's known for a couple of live streams like Sunday Sips and Bella After Dark on Thursday nights, as well as all of her other live streaming and premieres videos that include a lot of beauty, fashion, And like I said, you'll see leadership in her as soon as you get there. So she's fully monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when you get there. And thank you again, my dear friend Brown Girl Bella. I really do appreciate your extra generous support again today. Rambling with the Brums, and she's been a member for over 2 years, by the way, if you can imagine that. Rambling with the Brooms is also a member and happened to drop a super chat on us and snipe that stream boss position away from Chris's rail fanning adventures. And what I'm talking about is the video game life meter under my camera there. So Rambling with the Brooms knocked them out. They will get a little bit of extra exposure for that reason. All super chats and memberships knocked life off of the stream boss. And then Jedi Cameron, luckily for me, I've got a couple of years to think about it. It took us 2.5 years to get to 500. I expect it to take another 2.5 to get to episode 999. And then we'll decide what we're going to do from there. My intention right now is to keep Tuber Chat the same. We will always be doing the same thing. We will be focused on creators starting their YouTube journey. And as we have more creators popping into the 10,000s and hopefully closer to 100,000, which will happen, we're seeing it already, then we will either adjust the content or think about another channel or something like that. We'll adapt as time goes on. But right now, the system works. We've been growing. I'm very grateful for that. And the plan right now is just to keep that up. And it's interesting to notice Jedi Cameron sees that we intended on, or I intended on doing 1,000 of these before we even started. And that just goes back to the inspiration from the channels that were helping others grow before I started. Oh, you might, I don't know if you're gonna get it. She stole my thunder, maybe just barely. We're gonna see. She stole my thunder, might be trying to snipe that stream boss position from Rambling with the Brums there. The Sandvan, sorry, I don't think I welcomed you, but I did see you in here for the last few minutes. Dre Lasha, good to see you here as well. Let me get you both onto the wheel. They both happen to be members. And Rambling with the Brooms is a fellow Canadian. This is Scott that we see. And this is a creator who's incredibly supportive to others. When you visit his channel, you'll find, first of all, he's built up an incredible reputation as a moderator on a lot of channels. But as well, he is an advocate for helping others grow, helping others hit different milestones of different types. Yeah, so she stole my thunder. I think it didn't quite get it, but usually what it's... See, here's the thing. This is where the trick is in that. When we're talking about the stream boss, and pardon me, Rambling with the Brooms, because he's still in that position right now. We're going to talk about his content in a second. I have mine set to approximately 1 point per American penny. So while that's not accurate and exchange rates change between countries and things like that, you'll notice the number of points that are left on the stream boss gives you a rough idea. Never exact about what it's going to take to knock it out. Cooking with Rahila and Vlog. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And, pardon me, I wonder if that's a channel that we already know with a name change, or if you might be brand new to Tuber Chat. Hopefully you're feeling welcome either way. Our video description always includes our instructions for how to connect for anybody that's new or fairly new to Tuber Chat. Oh, Ben Shang Games. I mean, if you can hit 10K in a few months, that'd be incredible. Just making sure the robots are there. Rambling with the Brooms is up on the screen, and boy are we talking today. Thank you everybody for this extra generous beginning to the stream. Rambling with the Brums also dropped a super chat on us. He's done that countless times. Happens to be a member as well. Now he's fully monetized. Lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And Rambling with the Brooms is coming to us from the homesteading community of channels, and he is going to bring us a lot of indoor and outdoor content. I've even hung out with this creator on a live stream while they're in the sugar shack, literally making maple syrup. I'm catching this video thumbnail. Got me all excited. Now, I got to catch up on what they're talking about, but Rambling with the Brooms and Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa, we're talking about a cruise the other day, and I got to see what they're talking about, because I think they've set it up for 2025, so there's lots of opportunity for people to get into that if they can. But I'm going to catch up on that. That was on a live stream. I wasn't able to catch the stream, but this is it, Procrastination Thursday. So maybe I'll go back and watch that. It's 3 hours, so maybe I'll go back and watch some of it and run the rest of it. Kristen Welton, my dear love, is in the chat as a member and a moderator. I'm going to get her onto the wheel. And thank you one more time, Rambling with the Brooms, for your super chat. I really do appreciate that. Again, this creator comes to us from the homesteading community of channels, where we see a lot of creators that are interested in sharing knowledge and resources with each other. So let me put up Professional Paranormal Research as well, because they dropped a super chat on us as well. Thank you for that. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. And she stole my thunder. Thank you again for another super chat. Joyful Julie, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. And there it is, Little Ridge Farm, Cruise Alaska 2025. So I'm going to have to see about that and learn for myself as well. Professional Paranormal Research is another creator who's been with us for a little while. I can see I'm a little bit behind. I'm just going to grab your videos in order and see what I can grab for something that's recent. I'm going to go a few videos back here to this one from a month ago, just because it's got a few watch minutes that I can give you here. I try to keep videos a little bit longer if I can, but we see that they do live streams and shorts videos as well. I'm hoping I can catch you for a live stream. It's been a little while. I've caught them a few times, but hopefully I'll catch you again very soon. And they just did that a couple of days ago, so they're keeping those going. Hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to Professional Paranormal Research. And then, this is interesting, only you can decide if you believe in the paranormal. Do your own research and come up with your own conclusion. Interesting. And they talk about investigations, explorations, and then lots of other content on their channel related to the paranormal. I've been on a couple of paranormal investigations myself as well with Huntophobia Canada. So hopefully we'll do that again sometime soon. So thank you everybody for hanging out. I'm going to do something a little bit different today. I'm going to add a couple of names onto the wheel from our chat list right away based on who's been most active while we go on break for about 3 minutes. I see Ace Flaw 1 is in the house. They were gifted a membership by Brown Girl Bella, so thank you for coming in. Andy, he does travel videos more than anything else, but this is a creator I mentioned earlier because he's been with me for about 3 years as well. So thank you, Professional Paranormal Research, very much. I really do appreciate that. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated, of course. Unstable TV Shorts is coming in. Unstable TV is one of our favorite Irish couples. And again, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. So, if you can bear with me for 3 minutes, we're going to be back and looking at more channels. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get another couple of people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther, both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. So we're back in, actually, let me spin the wheel. And we will see who's coming up. And I'll get some names on, get a couple of names onto the wheel from our chat list in a second. Mike and Rihanna Family Vlogs is coming up next. All right, we're back and we're looking at Mike and Rihanna family vlogs, and these are creators who have been with Superchat for quite some time. Now, I had many times probably mentioned them as a homesteading channel. They're actually a family vlogging channel, but I see them out supporting creators all the time. So when I'm bouncing around, pardon me, between premieres and live streams, we had an influx of homesteading channels come into Superchat about a year ago, and I believe that's right around the time Mike and Rihanna family vlogs had come in, and I could be mistaken about that. But these creators bring us family vlogs, and one of the things you're going to find on this channel is the video editing, particularly in their end of the year, is fantastic. But they're constantly coming up with new ideas for vlogging content for their channel. The content really tells a lot of different stories here. And they have shown incredible interest lately in helping other creators and experimenting with all of the different things we try to talk about here in bite-sized bits of information like tags and descriptions and titles and thumbnails and, you know, playlists and all that kind of stuff. So if anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. If you see somebody say that, please reach out to them. And if you are willing and you see somebody say that, then wonder if I'm saying that right. I mixed up my whole speech there. If you see somebody say that they're willing to swap playlists and you would like to, then you can reach out to them and just please say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat if you would like to. Somebody should reach out to you as well. And then Psychedelic Spellbreaker, thank you so much for the membership. I really do appreciate that. And what that means is that your channel for the next month is going to be added onto the wheel as soon as we see you in the chat. And that means I'm going to add it on right now. Now, I did add another couple of names to our wheel from our chat list based on who has been most active so far. So Mountain Grandma and Trina's Motivation have been added. I see another brand new channel in the chat, Freckled and Frugal. Good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. I thought I've seen you before, but I must be mistaken, at least here in the Tuber Chat stream. So hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect. Please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And Dre Lasha is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on. I see Odom's Homestead coming in as well. And we'll give a shout out to anybody that's watching that's not in the chat. I know we have a few creators that run the stream in the background. And we've always got a couple of lurkers that are on the positive side of the fence. And I'm sure we've got a couple on the not so positive side of the fence. So, hello, we see you. Back there in the liberal arts section. And then Charlene Heel is in the house, and I just missed another channel coming in. Oh, pardon me. I might have missed somebody coming in that I should have put on the wheel. Odom's Homestead, yes. I was just adding on. And then oh, I think I mixed up somebody's chance on the wheel. I might have just messed up the wheel because I was typing after I spun it. So it looks like it was Ace Flaw 1. If anybody caught that mistake, then please let me know if I'm mistaken. We'll get somebody else up there right away. Hopefully I don't rip off people's chance too often, but like I told you, I make mistakes as much as anybody else. And Ace Flaw 1 is a creator I talked about earlier. And then thank you, Cruz and Koozies. When we talk about Ace Flaw 1, we talked about them earlier, but they happen to have been a friend over 3 years. They got 4,000 subscribers now, and hopefully we can push them a little bit farther towards the 4,100 they're going to be thinking about. And I'm just making kind of a joke, all that fluff and stuff. Because every channel, you'll look at the chat, and, a lot of us like to say, like, oh, there's 39 people in the chat right now. Like, so there may or may not be, but more often you have more viewers than chatters. Sometimes people are watching on TV. Sometimes people can't participate, but they want to support you. So they're running the stream in the background. And then once in a while, most of us know about the dark side of YouTube. Sometimes you get lurkers. And we know we've had a couple of lurkers lately, so I can't do anything but laugh. I shouldn't give them attention, but I can't help myself. Airborne Vlogs, thank you so much for a super chat. I really do appreciate that. For that reason, we're going to put your channel up next onto the screen. We always put super chatters on the screen right away. Members get added to the wheel right away, but it's open to everybody. And after a little while, I'll add some more names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most active in the chat. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Joyful Julie's in the house. AceFlaw1 brings travel videos more than anything else, but this is Andy. And this is a creator, like I said, who's been with me for over 3 years. They've actually been with me through the Playlist Buddies experiments I was doing on my own channel before we even started Tuber Chat. One of the things I recommend, I never want to recommend to somebody to start a second channel, because that can be a real, we all know that YouTube has turned out to be more work than we thought it was before we started. 2 channels is something I wouldn't wish on anybody, but I know some creators are inclined to do it, and that's okay. One of the things I recommend is that if you're considering doing a second channel and the channel you're working on gives the idea or lends itself to the idea of variety, you can start with a series of videos, maybe 10 or 12 episodes, and then break off into a second channel. So, when the idea of Tuber Chat came around, Andy has been a friend all of this time before I even thought about doing it. The idea was, okay, I'm going to start a second channel. I know what I'm going to do, but I still wanted to practice like 10 times on my personal channel before we started. And Andy was there for all of that. Pardon me. So, I missed that Dre Lasha should have been up on the screen. So we're going to put that channel up right after Airborne Vlogs. I slipped. I started typing right after I spun the wheel. I was talking too much like I always do. But we're going to put Airborne Vlogs up next, pardon me. And then Dre Lasha will come up, and then we'll continue on spinning the wheel shortly after that. But thank you for that. Thank you, Just Jason Keto. Thank you for Scratching PPA catching that. It's me, Lori. Good to see you here, and hopefully I'm not missing anybody. So let's get to Airborne Vlogs right now. Yes, there's it's a lot of work. I knew what I was getting into before I started, but I've been on social media for many years. So the idea is we could try. We can always quit, but I don't recommend that either. But when you have, like I said, the ability to do variety on your channel, I would recommend starting with a series of videos before breaking off into another channel. You can always delete them and move them, or you re-upload them, or not use them, or just you leave them to cross-promote channels, things like that. There's lots of ideas out there. And then Andy will get us some new content as soon as he can, which is great. Oh, there you go. Unstable TV Shorts has 2 channels, and it's taking a handful of work. And Psychedelic Spell Breaker has 2 channels, one for meditation, yes, and one for fun, of course. And then, yeah, it can be a lot of work. A lot of work. Most of you, for anybody that's known me for any amount of time and seen my personal channel, you'll notice I'm always behind on my own channel. So never on Tuber Chat. We do our thing here. It's very consistent, and it's, the forefront of what I'm doing on YouTube. But I always take care of other channels before my own, and I've fallen behind over and over and over again. Airborne Vlogs is up right now, so thank you again for a super chat. I really do appreciate that. There are over 630 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can get them a little bit farther towards the 700 they're going to be thinking about. This is going to be an interesting video to see with the DJI Mini 2. I'm always interested in these drone videos. I haven't done even still one drone video yet, and I really should. When the weather gets better, I got to pull my drone back out. Kristen got me one a long time ago, and I brought it out the first time and smashed it all over the place. I couldn't believe how bad I was at flying it, and then I realized, oh, it's because it's windy. Oh, and then Benshi Plays Minecraft is in the house. That's Ben Shen's Games second channel, so hopefully everybody will connect with them there as well. He separates his content into different channels. And there is Lady Spellbreaker Oracle Queen 13 as well, the second channel there. So thank you one more time, Airborne Vlogs. I really do appreciate that extra generous support, and I'm looking forward to more of your drone footage and what more you're going to do with the channel as well. Dre Lasha is up right now. I had spun the wheel already. We'll get back to that soon. And thank you, AceFlaw1. Again, he received a gifted membership from Brown Girl Bella earlier today, as well as She Stole My Thunder. Dropped a gifted membership, and the Moody Artist dropped some gifted memberships earlier as well. So thank you, everybody. It's an overwhelmingly generous thing to have done, and I certainly do appreciate it. Dre Lash is up here right now with 520 subscribers. They're here with us frequently, and let me just grab one of their latest videos here. I haven't gone through enough of Dre Lash's content yet, I don't think. They're obviously going to motivate us in a spiritual way, but it's motivation of all kinds for themselves and for others. And then hopefully everybody will enjoy some encouraging content on this channel. I'm just going to whip through your videos here for a quick second. They've got quite a bit of variety here by the look of it. So I'm looking forward to getting to know the channel better. Dre Lash has been with us for a little while, but it takes time to get to know a channel or a creator, you know, going through their content. But they've also got shorts and live streams, and hopefully I'll catch them for one of these. They did this yesterday. I wish I caught that, but hopefully I'll catch you for one of these again soon. And we'll get to spinning the wheel. I'm going to try to move a little bit faster now, because I know I've been talking like crazy today. And yeah, Ben Shen Games. We will probably have a couple of creators in the Superchat family, probably several, that play Minecraft. I don't know how regularly. There's a lot of gaming channels, and a lot of the creators mix the games up. Even myself, I haven't really sat and played Minecraft, you know, alone for many hours to get the hang of it or anything like that. M&T Living and Cooking, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Little Ridge Farm is up right now. This is a channel with an interesting story, and thank you for that membership, by the way. You know, I don't know. I keep going back to the same story every time I talk about this channel, and I really should go through some more of the content so I can get a better handle on some of the other things that are happening. This particular creator has really been actually, like, first of all, supporting a lot of other creators, but just to speak about generosity for a quick second, I just want to give you an idea of the creator behind this channel. Their house burned down last year. It's getting on almost, forgive me for not being certain how many months it's been, whether it's close to a year or closing in, right? And this creator continuously is still, like, first of all on YouTube supporting other creators, but also, you know, has been here giving super chats and a membership and things like that. Overwhelmingly generous for somebody in a position that they're in. And I literally caught them on a live stream. I forget who they were talking to, if it was Life with Belinda and Chuck or another channel that they were on as a guest host, and he literally says, well, it could be worse. You know, there's other people that have it worse than me. And I just, you can't do anything but shake your head in amazement to see the resilience of the personality of this creator, if that makes sense, in having a story so devastating and yet seeming to shake it right off. So, you know, they're rebuilding, and they're working on that now, but they continue to have fun with their daughter and their friends here on YouTube, which is great. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with Little Ridge Farm. You'll see what more they have on their channel in shorts and live streams. Hopefully we can push them towards the 600 subscribers they're thinking about, and I'm looking forward to watching them rebuild through their YouTube journey. Visiting Dead Adventures, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I had to take a second to make sure I got that name right. It's good to have you here. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Psychedelic Spellbreaker, sorry, I didn't realize you took over our stream boss position as well a little while ago, so thank you again for that. The Hillbilly Chicken Ranch is coming up in a second here, because they just dropped a super chat on us. I'm going to put them up right away. And, you know, there's a lot more to Little Ridge Farm, but I just keep going back to that story because it's so fresh in my mind especially. But, you know, I see so many creators reaching out to truly have community between each other, if that makes sense. Not to mention the friendships that are built. And then thank you for that. So the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch is up right now. This is another creator that does video shorts and live streams. Comes to us obviously from the homesteading community of channels. I tend to group a lot of outdoor channels in that idea, where we talk about farming, ranching, gardening, camping, fishing, and other outdoor activities, right? So the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch is doing all kinds over there. They will also motivate us in a spiritual way. As a matter of fact, I've got my notification on for their premiere. That's coming up in a few days, but I'm going to take your friend mail video and put that in my catch-up list as well, so I can get caught up. Now, sometimes they're indoors, sometimes they're outdoors, engaging in a lot of homesteading activities, but they do a lot of live streaming as well. They will allow you to meet more friends and family members when you join them, so I hope that you will, and they are halfway on the road towards 900 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. S.A. Lagari, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Andy's reaching out to swap playlists. If anybody in the house would like to swap playlists with each other, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And then Jewel in the Kitchen is coming up, and this is a creator, again, over 3,000 subscribers now, and they've been with Superchat for a long time. But Jewel in the Kitchen is somebody who instinctively understands a lot about the YouTube game, because I have seen them collaborate with other creators. I see them out supporting other creators all the time. They have delicious looking content on their channel more than anything else. But you can imagine that after all this time, Jewel in the Kitchen's been there pretty much from the beginning as well. After 2.5 years, after 500 episodes of Tuber Chat, is still coming around to support other creators as often as they can. And I'm just going to set a notification for your premiere as well. They've got one coming up in a few days, and we'll be looking forward to that. And they're fully monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Whenever we see a channel over 3,000, for a very long time now, I've been talking about the idea that there must be much to be learned from these channels, as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what they must have already been through in their YouTube journey. We can all imagine what it takes to get to 3,000 and beyond. And, you know, Jewel in the Kitchen is somebody who has been hustling all this time. All that fluff and stuff is coming up from Australia now. I'm trying to move a little bit faster through channels. We're going to be here for another probably hour and a half or longer, but I tend to get a little bit faster as time goes on through the stream. In another 15 minutes, we'll take another break, and I'll get some names onto the wheel from our chat list. For anybody that's brand new to Tuber Chat, it's always based on who's most active in the chat. Much more about conversation that you're having with other creators than time spent. It's a calculation based based on both. I have a robot in the background called Bottissimo that's helping out with that. So all that fluff and stuff is an interesting creator that comes to us from Australia. They always engage conversation here. They bring us a lot of water-based activities, so mud crabbing, fishing, snorkeling, and they will also get into a lot of live streaming. They've started actually producing a lot of videos as well. And they've gotten into some collaborations and cooking videos, particularly while they're live streaming. Now they're quilting, it looks like, as well, or crocheting. This is interesting. Forgive me for not knowing that you'd done this yet. And these are some pretty lengthy live streams as well. They've got shorts here. Those can be just about anywhere. One of the things that All That Fluff and Stuff recommended a long time ago is the idea of doing a shorts video to promote your long form content. And actually on my personal channel, I've done it a couple of times now, and it seems to have served me well. So, you know, I learn from creators of all sizes every single day. And the idea here in Superchat is the friendships that are built to start with, but when we discuss lessons learned along the way in our YouTube journeys together, we can all make better decisions for our channels and our videos, myself included. I'm always happy to experiment with new ideas on my channels or others that I run so that we can all learn together, and I can come at most of this with some form of experience. I try to be transparent about what I have and have not done, but anybody can also reach out at any time. It doesn't have to be questions. It can be if there's something you think I can help with, but I love talking YouTube. I love talking marketing and social media and all the things we have to do, and I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, and Twitter some of the time as well. So, Just Jason Keto is up here right now. This is a channel that was recently featured. So, fresh on my mind is an idea that I keep repeating every time I talk about this channel when I've got it on the screen. Just Jason Keto is going to talk to us about healthy eating and healthy living. Keto diets are very popular, and this creator is going to show us not only how we can incorporate a keto-based diet into our lifestyle, they're going to give us tips, tricks, and I like to say hacks to show us how we can get more value out of some of the things that we might already be including in a keto diet. So I think that this is going to be very valuable, especially for anybody on a keto diet. But if you want to think about the idea of finding some healthy recipes or healthy products, or how to get the most value out of some of the products that are out there based on keto diets, then Just Jason Keto is going to be able to help with that. This creator as well is incredibly supportive. They're here with us in Superchat just about every single day, I think, and they're out with other creators supporting them all the time. I run into them constantly. MLW Fishing Man, good to see you here as well. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. And let's spin the wheel. Next up is going to be Psychedelic Spellbreaker. We just looked at it, right? The J. Jordan is in the house. I'm going to put them on the wheel, and then we have to spin again. Chef Shapino, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I forgot to take a couple of channels off the wheel, so we're going to go a little bit faster than we think we are here. J. Jordan is everywhere all the time. That creator is either on their own channel or other people's channels, sharing content and talent. And Chef Shapino, I've got you on the wheel with J. Jordan. I'm going to spin, and we'll get another channel up on the screen in a second here. And then, if anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. This is why we always give each other those friendly reminders, and I certainly do appreciate those. Trivia Lane is in the house. Lexus Ice ASMR, good to see you here. Trivia Lane happens to be a member already, even though it's a brand new channel in the chat, but I'm going to put them on the wheel right away, and we will soon get to adding another couple of names onto the wheel from our chat list. Rem's Family Farm might have hopped out for today, but we'll look at the channel briefly. So they're approaching 2,400 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. We'd love to have them hit that milestone and, of course, get it locked in. They're already fully monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Now, when we look at their banner, they say raising, growing, and living, but they're talking about how to be more self-sufficient on their 2-acre property, hunting, fishing, farming, gardening, and growing, and a family of 7. So hopefully everybody will enjoy the variety of content that we find on this channel. What I find from a lot of homesteading, farming, gardening, ranching, and outdoor-based channels is creators that seem to have this instinctive nature in wanting to share knowledge and resources with each other, which I think is great, and we can probably all end up learning from these channels. So I've got another video from Rem's Family Farm onto my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to catch up with them and see another piece of content. Crazy Kid 949 was gifted a membership today. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I'm going to get BNC Gardening up on the channel in a second. Let me get them up here and I'll read their name off properly. I always say that the longer names of channels are easier to remember, but not in every case. BNC Gardening, Experiments, Homesteading, and Baking. Oh, see, I got it wrong. BNC Gardening, Experiments, Homestead, and Baking is in the house. Crazy Kid 949, let me get you onto the wheel as well. Hopefully I put Unstable TV on there. I think I did. Yeah, I did. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. BNC Gardening, Experiments, Homestead, and Baking is fairly new to Tuber Chat, actually, so I'm still getting to know their channel. I'm just going to take their latest garden update and put this into my catch-up list as well. One of the things I like about putting channels on the screen here in our live streams is that I get to know the channels over time, right, and over weeks and months by watching videos and hanging out in live streams. I get to know the content, and then if you want to connect on the outside social networks, I'm always happy to get to know creators in that way as well. Again, I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well. Yeah, Crazy Kid 949, the gifted membership came in today. We had actually a few creators gift those. The Moody Artist came in, She Stole My Thunder, and Brown Girl Bella all gifted memberships. I've lost track now of who got who got memberships. There's been at least 12 of them. Christina Trammell, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And then, yes, Visiting Dead Adventures. That is a very long name. Some of them I find to be easier to remember, or easier to find at least. And then From the Other Side of the Fence is a fairly lengthy name. Bad, fairly easy to remember though. And we've got a few. M&T Living and Cooking is getting there. And you'll see a lot of, throughout our YouTube journey, we see all kinds of creative names. 322 subscribers for BNC Gardening, Experiments, Homestead, and Baking. They've got lots of shorts for us to see as well, so hopefully everybody will enjoy that. Trina's Motivation is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on in the chat. And for anybody that's fairly new to Tuber Chat, or if today is your first day, the way that the wheel and the screen really work, I know we've got a lot of members in here today, for which I'm grateful, and we always put them on the wheel right away, but it is open to everybody. Things like super chats and memberships are absolutely unnecessary, very much appreciated, of course, but we try to leave it open so that everybody has the chance to be on the wheel or the screen based on the most fair way we can think about doing things, which is whoever's most active in the chat, of course. It's a combination of time and conversation in the chat. Gloria's Platters here. Thank you for coming in. And all that fluff and stuff was telling us about their inside joke with Gloria's Platter. But it's good to see you here, so thank you for coming in. She's been a dear friend for a long time. Trina's Motivation. It's been a while since I've caught a video. I'm going to take your longer video from 2 weeks ago, because this one's longer than the latest one. I'm just going to put this one into my catch-up list to give you a few watch minutes there. But they're already at 823 subscribers. So I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 900 they're thinking about. And let me remind myself whether you've got some live streams. I don't think I've caught you. Yeah, it's been a while, I guess. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of these soon. They're streaming frequently. And this is a channel that is talking about keeping track of our journey to healthy and longer hair. They want to share that with us, but give us tips and tricks for ourselves as well. Their situation is extreme with damaged hair from a couple of years ago, but it's wonderful that they're going to share their tips and tricks with us as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that when we get there. And I find in most cases we can learn something from different creators, whether the ideas directly relate to our own lifestyles, or if there's something that we can take inspiration from. Certainly a lot of the information we learn we can share with others as well as things come up in life. The Fix-It Lady is here. I'm just going to get their name onto the wheel. And if anybody would like to swap playlists with each other again for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you are willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Jedi Cameron was Hyper Blitz, and they changed the name of their channel. They might still have the same handle. We'll look when we see it right now. And Jedi Cameron's here with us just about every single day, every day again lately. Now, they started with video gameplay, but they've actually gotten into a few other videos here, both in shorts and live streams. You can see that they've started talking head live streams as well. And I'm just going to take one of their latest videos. Yes, I'll take this 28-minute one. It's actually longer than the live stream. I'll put this into my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to give you a few watch minutes there. And 142 subscribers for this channel. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 200 we know that they're thinking about right now. And let us spin the wheel one more time. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. The Bud Files is up right now, and I was talking about this channel because they ran a premiere. Yeah, I was laughing. I said earlier in the stream, I thought this premiere was an hour. It was 2 hours long. I didn't get there at the beginning. I came in while it was running, and I kept on looking over, and I said, this is still going? And it's interesting, but they did take us to a really interesting place. I was going to type in the chat, I didn't, but the idea that I don't have any kind of an area that looks like this around anywhere that I can think of. In the southern Ontario area, I happen to live close to Niagara Falls with Kristen Welton, who might still be in the chat, and then it's only about an hour and a half away from the Toronto area, but we don't have a big, long, flat, dry area like this. So interesting. The Bud Files are modern day archaeologists. What they seek to do on their channel is uncover history and digitally preserve it through video. So they do that with shorts and live streams as well. And these creators will take us to interesting places, including ghost towns, abandoned places of different types, graveyards, and cemeteries. And Ghostly Winds, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And I'm going to get them onto the wheel right away because they happen to be a member. And what I'm going to do is spin the wheel. We will go on break again for another couple of minutes. I got to get what Nimona did what onto the wheel as well. We'll see that Home Bartending with John is going to be the next channel that we look at. But in the meantime, I will add a couple of names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most active. If you have the ability to share this stream out, whether it's on your community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get another couple of people into Tuber Chat right now, and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signal sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. So I'll appreciate it greatly. I also see Mr. Fulton Miraz is in the house, so I'm going to get a couple of these creators on the wheel with some more from our chat, and then Home Bartending with John is coming up next. All right, we are back with Home Bartending with John, and I did add another couple of names onto our wheel from our chat list. Andre Southgate is on the wheel, and Lisa J. Stock. So for anybody that's fairly new to Super Chat, or if today's your first day, you do not have to Super Chat or be a member to get onto the wheel or the screen. It's open to everybody. It takes a very long time, to be honest with you. We're usually here 2 to 2.5 hours on average, and over time, I add a couple of names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most active. I have a robot in the background called Bottissimo that helps calculate, and it's between not just how long you're here, but more how much conversation you're having in the chat. So that's just a hint. Of course, the best success here in Tuber Chat is found in making the first move, reaching out to other creators with generosity, supporting them in all the ways that you wish they would do for you, and then they'll turn around and do that afterwards. Home Bartending with John is here with 278 subscribers. This is a creator who's here with us every single day. And this channel hit home for me when they first came into the Tuber Chat family many months ago now. And the reason why is because I worked in bars and nightclubs for a lot of my adult life. And I just think that that home bar setup that John has got in this channel is really unbelievable. Now, you don't have to have a home bar setup quite that elaborate to be able to take advantage of what you're going to learn from this channel. First of all, he does a lot of reviews, but he's going to teach us how to make a lot of the most popular cocktails in our own home. So whether you're looking for something that just takes a couple of ingredients that can be made quickly, or something with a more rich, full flavor, he's going to give us different variations on some of those cocktails as well, which I find very interesting. He does requests on his channel. He's already done a couple for me, as a matter of fact. But as well, you're going to find that Home Bartending with John is constantly thinking about new ideas for his audience in doing things like a series of low-calorie cocktails or a series of non-alcoholic cocktails and things like that. So there's a lot to learn on the channel. Home Bartending with John is incredibly supportive, not just here, but I see them outside supporting other creators all the time as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with him. We'd love to push him a little bit closer to the 300 subscribers we know he's thinking about. So we'll spin the wheel. Crazy Kid 949 picked up a gifted membership today. We'll get them up onto the screen in a second. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other here in the chat for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And then, a millionaire, yes, visiting Dead Adventures. And then, oh, that's cool, Ghostly Wins. They've been a dear friend for a long time. I've got them on the wheel. Yes, absolutely. Crazy Kid 949 is somebody I'm still getting to know, actually. I've just been through a couple of videos. But what I'm going to do is take the one that you've got in the featured position here. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. And that is a playlist that I use just to keep caught up with creators. Crazy Kid 949 is over 800 already. We'd love to get him a little more locked in to that milestone and pushed a little bit farther towards 900. He'll be officially on the road to 1K soon enough. Now, YouTube gives us a lot of opportunity to dress up the front page of our channel, and we see that Crazy Kid 949 is already doing that. So you have the opportunity to put a channel trailer or a featured video up here. So I'm going to see what they've got featured right there. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I'll appreciate it, but I also have to be reminded sometimes to give that thumbs up, especially when I'm on a phone. Oh, my dear goodness. So Mr. Fulton Mraz is up here right now. Eric B., good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. And then all that fluff and stuff just gifted a membership, and Lisa J. Stocks is going to pick that up. And it's interesting. I just put that channel on the wheel, too, so I'm just going to mark it as a member. That's just for myself, actually. But thank you for that. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. We looked at all that fluff and stuff already, but when we talked about their channel, they come to us from Australia, and they bring us quite a bit of variety, both outdoors and in the kitchen, as a matter of fact. Now, Mr. Fulton Mraz is another creator that's been with me for about 3 years now. He is one of the first creators that I met in the small YouTuber community, if we want to call it that. And I was introduced to him, I believe, by the Hoops Family Network way back in the day. She kind of started introducing me to a lot of creators. I think through Nate Vlog, for instance, who's been there all the time as well, like all this time as well. Creators like Brown Girl Bella, Elevate with Vern, and House of X Entertainment Inc. But Mr. Fulton Miraz has been here all this time. He's over 2,000 subscribers now, always has great news to share with us in the chat. He puts a lot of focus on other creators and has done a lot of interviews. I've been honored to have been interviewed by him on his channel as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with him, and he's here as frequently as he can be, and always, like I said, has good news for us when he comes in. Oh, that's interesting. Crazy Kid 949. It's great. You know, I've always wondered about stand-up comedy. It has to be the perfect storm of a lot of things. You know, like the number one fear apparently in the world is talking in front of an audience. So as a stand-up comedian, you got that right there. Number one, right in the face, is the world's biggest fear, right? But then as well, day after day after day, having to make people laugh and do it again. You know what? We all have good days and bad days. I'm sure everybody does. We have good hours and bad hours. We have good months and bad months, good years and bad years. But when we think about a stand-up comedian or a performer of any type, you think about, what if they're having a good day? What if they're having a bad day? What if like 3 things have gone wrong that day? Somebody cut them off. The grocery store doesn't have what they want. They can't find a parking space. Like any number of just annoying little things can go on. And then they got to get on stage, and it's all got to go out the window because they got to perform. So I'm looking forward to learning more about what they're doing over there. We've got a couple of creators now doing some comedy here in the Superchat family, and I really think that that's going to be an interesting thing that we can learn from. Those creators, I believe, have something in them that we can take inspiration from as well. Andre Southgate is up on the screen right now, and I notice all that fluff and stuff is gifting another membership right now. So thank you for that. I really do appreciate that. It's an incredibly generous thing to be doing. I know Deborah's Journey was here earlier. I'm not sure if they're still here. And the Journals of Awakening, were your ears just ringing? I was just talking about stand-up comedy, and it's actually the Journals of Awakening that comes to mind when I talk about it. I'm going to put them on the wheel because they happen to be a member. And Deborah's Journey, just let me know if you're still here, and I'll put you on the wheel right away. And my dear goodness, all that fluff and stuff, thank you so much. She has been an incredibly supportive creator for a very long time. Today is overwhelming. Andre Southgate is up right now. This creator brings us prize fighting more than anything else. They've had some wild success with some shorts videos. As we can see, they're just hitting it hard every single time lately. And then as well, with their prize fighting videos, it's usually pure opinion, and they'll keep us up to date on several different sports. I'm just going to grab the latest video and put this into my catch-up list so I can get caught up. Hopefully I'll catch you on a live stream if you're going to start these up again, and that'll be cool. Andre Southgate is here with us frequently and has been for a long time. Have Cheetah Will View. I'm not sure if I said hello. I think I was on break when you first came in. I might have gave you a wave. Have Cheetah Will View's another friend who I've actually been interviewed by twice on his channel, and both of those went really well. So hopefully everybody will look those up when you get to Have Cheetah Will View. He has interviewed countless, hundreds. I wonder if it's 1,000 yet, or if he might have told me that already. And forgive me, Patrick, if I'm forgetting how many different people he's interviewed if he hasn't lost count. And that's not even including on the YouTube channel. Jedi Cameron, thank you so much for the highlighted milestone message. You'll notice, for any of the members, by the way, those highlighted milestone messages that you get as a free bonus every month knock life off of the stream boss as well. So that's really cool. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. All that fluff and stuff, thank you again for this overwhelmingly generous support. Mr. Fulton Miraz got a new job at Texas Roadhouse. That's really cool. We don't have that here in Toronto, or in the Toronto area. I wonder if that is sounds like a restaurant to me. But I wonder if it's a franchise or a chain, or if it's an independent one. But I'm sure that will be a cool job to have. We've seen Mr. Fulton Mraz go through a few different jobs, as a matter of fact. And Chris and Larry Homestead is up right now. And I talked about them just for a quick second earlier, because now they're over 16,000 subscribers. I can't even remember for the life of me how many they had when they first came into Tuber Chat, if it was 7, 8, or 9, something like that. I believe we watched them cross over the 10, but they have really had momentum from the beginning. This is a big family of 10, I believe, right? And they take us indoors and outdoors for a lot of homesteading activities. A lot of times I've caught them in the kitchen, but I actually find it interesting. They're doing a lot more than we might expect. They're doing things all the time, including producing their own merchandise and possibly merchandise for others. I got to clarify whether that's the case or not. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos. It's quite a short one here, but they're fully monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships. You'll catch them in live streams. I caught them on a live stream, but maybe I missed that one. Maybe I was thinking about it earlier. I mentioned it. Maybe I was running a video. And yeah, this video. I remember she was looking perplexed when she was talking about how to freeze dry these eggs. And hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to this channel. Like I say about a lot of the creators, if not all, about the homesteading channels, or channels in that realm, like farming, gardening, ranching, and gardening and outdoor type channels. The creators behind these channels seem to have an instinctive nature wanting to share knowledge and resources with each other. And that's very cool, Mr. Fulton Mraz. Hopefully you enjoy that job. Mona Did What, thank you so much. Come Hither with Heather's coming up. This is another creator from Australia, actually. Mona Did What is still on the wheel. For anybody that... I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend, of course, whether you're... here in the chat or letting the stream run, or if you're just coming by quickly to give a hello and a thumbs up. By the way, if anybody has the ability to share the stream right now, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. Helps get another couple of people into Tuber Chat right now, and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay, because of the engagement signal sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Oh, that's interesting, Crazy Kid 949. Lots of ways to make money, not like with YouTube, but outside of the YouTube system, right? Merchandise, that's a great way. We've got a couple of creators that have books of different types. Crazy Kid 949's got a few, which is great. And hopefully you're also an Amazon associate, so you've got Amazon associate links to your books. That way, if people go to look at them but happen to buy something else or empty their cart or things like that, you end up catching a little % or 2%. That stuff can really add up. The creator who I run channels for right now, I used to run some more, but I let a couple go. But I run a few channels for one creator now. They recently purchased a 16-inch MacBook Pro for free with Amazon money. So that gives you an idea of how much is possible to come in over a long period of time. It's been years, but that's just one of the many different things that they've been able to bring out of there. And then Nezzy Ambal, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Come Hither with Heather comes to us from Australia. I see they've got another collaboration ready to go here. They've been doing a few of these. Now, Come Hither with Heather, I've actually joined them on their channel once, but they do a little bit of variety in amongst their main content. And pardon me, what they typically do is paranormal investigations, explorations of abandoned locations, and they do that through shorts, videos, and live streams. Now, I'm going to take their latest video and put that in my catch-up list, but I'm also going to go down here and show you another channel called Werner's Adventures. These two creators are partners, and Werner's Adventures brings us a bit of a similar variety in content with more explorations of abandoned locations. Both of these creators are on their way towards 900 subscribers now. Hopefully we can push them a little bit farther, and they're incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters, and have been for a very long time here in Tuber Chat as well. And the Journals of Awakening. Look at that. You're coming up right now. So we'll see what they've got going on their channel. Oh, autocorrect it can be fun. Let me tell a story just for a second about autocorrect. I don't know if Kristen's still here. She might have fell asleep by now. Kristen, she goes to bed earlier than I do, especially on like Friday, Saturday night. But there was one story. Somebody had sent a message for something. It's in the middle of a text conversation, and the autocorrect. This is the best one I've heard. She goes, "I'm waiting for my boyfriend to end his life so I can start running yours." And what it was meant to say is, I'm waiting for my boyfriend to end his live, as in live stream, so I can start running yours. But you can imagine how that must have looked and sounded, so I can't help but laugh when I think about it. The Journals of Awakening is up. 696 subscribers. They're getting dangerously close to 700. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. Nezia and Bao, surprisingly, yes, I do. Actually, I happen to be one of these people who needs at least 8 hours of sleep a day. I'm embarrassed to tell you I've been sleeping way too much lately. One of the ideas behind trying to get to a healthier lifestyle in mind is because of the idea of getting better sleep and squeezing an extra hour out of the day. I would love to be the kind of person who can live on 7 hours of sleep instead of 8, but my whole life, it's 8 hours. There's nothing I can do, everything I try. So we're going to take another spin at it soon. The Journals of Awakening is somebody I've been able to catch in a few live streams lately, actually. They're posting so frequently. Maybe it's longer than I thought. They're posting shorts and videos as well. It looks like they're actually posting like crazy. And you will find pure comedy on this channel, absolutely. And then hopefully everybody will enjoy that when you get there. And like I say, they're posting all kinds of stuff. But what I find most compelling when I am able to get into this channel for a live stream, they bring the audience into the content right away. And I think that's really cool because I'm still unclear as to whether the Journals of Awakening is actually officially a stand-up comic, or if they just happen to be that funny, or if it's an idea. I'm hoping to clarify that. I'm not sure if they're still in the chat right now, hopefully. But the Journals of Awakening is ready to, like, off the cuff, bring you into the content, and it's always fun and hilarious, actually, at times, too, which is cool. And then, let me spin the wheel. Sweet threats. Yes, Glorious Platter. That'd be a fun one as well. I think we've all probably got some kind of a autocorrect story. I used to have people tell me more than once that they always know it's me messaging because while I may have spelling mistakes occasionally, typically I write as I speak. So text message for me comes with capital letters and punctuation and proper grammar and sentence structure for the most part. So it's kind of funny because sometimes, you know, you see like, what do they call them? Now I'm losing my train of thought here on the name of what you call when you have an abbreviation for something. You know, you might use a couple of like SMH, shaking my head, right? And things like that, as opposed to somebody writing as if it's a document or something like that, if that makes sense. Anyway, okay, so Kristen Welton is up here right now, and this is my love. We live together close to Niagara Falls in Ontario, Canada, and she has her own channel. She does her own thing, and what she's been doing lately is a lot of product reviews, not just unboxings, but literally reviews. She'll give us ideas of things, products that she uses. She started with beauty and makeup. She still does get ready with me and get unready with me type videos, and some of those are a combination with the reviews. But presentation is at the forefront of her mind, and you can see for the longest time she's had a consistent look, bright bold thumbnail or bright bold headshots on her thumbnails, a consistent look throughout. She tends to put bloopers in a lot of her videos, if not all, so hopefully you'll enjoy that. But she's also gotten into a lot of other lifestyle videos and collaborations with other creators, and a couple of interviews and things like that. Some of her shorts have done extremely well, getting into about 20 and 30,000 views, and she's experiencing some rapid growth right now. She's gained another few hundred subscribers in a short period of time. So she's fully monetized, lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. I don't have, Chef Shapino, a lot of commands in the chat. What I recommend for everybody, and this is what I actually do, is when hooking up the chat bots, which is Nightbot, Botissimo, Streamlabs, StreamElements, I use all four, but I set them up, and then on every channel that I have them on, I turn all of the functions off. Literally everything, and then I turn it all back on one by one based on things that I think I want. So some of the things that can be done in other chats, I have probably got them all off. Traveler Bust is in the house. I'm not sure if that's what you're hitting, but I know some channels use a lot of other commands as well. I'm going to try to move a little bit faster because we've been on for about 2 hours. We've still got a long way to go. I'm going to get through as many channels as we can within the next hour. Traveler Bust is up. This is a brand new channel, literally, and they have come in just blazing with generosity and a silver membership, actually. So we'll see this channel every single day in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream. But it's going to take some time to get to know them, obviously. 843 subscribers already. Hopefully we can push them towards the 900 they're thinking about. I see more cruise ships here, so I'm going to be looking forward to this content as well. I'm going to take one of their videos, put it in my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to get through another video. Thank you, Scratch and Pete PA, for catching that question from the other side of the fence. Does skipping commercials affect watch time when viewing a playlist? So my recommendation to everybody always is to never skip ads for each other, right? Because what we think about is when we're monetized, we're going to wish that nobody would ever skip our ads. We know some people will, but, you know, we hope that they won't. But as for affecting watch time, my imagination tells me that it probably won't affect the watch time of the videos, right? Because the video's the video, the ad or the commercial, if we want to put it that way, is the commercial. As long as you're sure it's actually an ad, not part of the video. We're not supposed to be putting commercial messages in our videos, but a lot of us do in different ways. It's a very blurry line in the sand where that ends. But, you know, most creators will always say, like, please never skip ads, right? Here in Superchat, it's very obvious for everybody to see that we're doing well. We have lots of members. There are super chats rolling in every stream. I'm extremely grateful for that. But for that reason, I've turned the ads right off on the live streams. I put them back on the replays, but for the live streams, they're off so that everybody can just get in here as fast as they can, because our members and our super chatters are supporting the channel so abundantly that it makes it a lot more sense for everybody to be able to get in and out fast. I just wanted to add that note on the line, or along the lines of the ads. But yeah, everybody will always wish for us not to skip ads, but I can't bet that they're going to affect the watch time. I can tell you this, as soon as we started in the small YouTuber community, I don't believe I've skipped an ad in probably about 3 years now, maybe longer. Now, I could be wrong. We all make mistakes, but probably, right? So that's an idea. But especially in a playlist, if you're just running it, whether it's at night or when you go out or when you eat, when you sleep, when you're working on a computer, or if you got another window or another device, then it's easy to just let them roll. The only thing that can be annoying, I know, is that some ads, any video, I believe, can be made into an advertisement. I don't know if there's a time limit. If there is, it's something like an hour and a half or 3 hours or something. We've seen, some of us have seen them that are just ridiculous. But it's, you know, all's fair, right? We just want to let it run. Oh yeah, it's okay, Chef Shapino. Yeah, on our copyright-free music channel, and forgive me, I know somebody in the chat said something about the music earlier. Forgive me for skipping over that. We have another channel that has all the same music that you hear in the background of Superchat. It's all available as copyright-free music. It's all published legitimately and things like that. We own it all. There's not much of it. There's only about 48 songs, but it's enough that you should be able to be able to find something. Most of it's like nightclubby, dancey, kind of heavy beat stuff, but it's all there as copyright-free music. On that channel, we often were doing live streams for a while. I might bring those back in a different way. But we had commands in there because we actually had stream avatars running for anybody that's seen that. It's a game that can be played in the chat, and you actually use those commands with the exclamation mark to control the characters in the game. It's kind of fun. But we'll think about that as well. And then, oh wow, 100 thumbs up. Thank you, Scratch and Pete PA. Thank you, everyone, for the thumbs up. I really do appreciate those. Trish the Natural is up here right now. And pardon me, I said I was going to start moving faster, so we'll get to it now. Trish the Natural has been a generous supporter for a long time as well. She has presentation on the forefront of her mind as well. When we look at her banner and her avatar and her thumbnails, of course they all match, but she's got these bright, bold headshots and a professional look to her thumbnails. And you see this for a long period of time, even though she's mixing things up. Now, it's interesting because when I start rolling over these, you're going to see that this is a dynamic host as well. And she is going to talk to us, for the most part, about natural hair care. She does get into other subjects like wigs and weaves and things we would expect, and other beauty, but typically tips, tricks, and even products we can use, especially when we're thinking about natural hair care. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to Trish the Natural, and she's out supporting people all the time, but she's in here often. Sorry, Hilda DC, I don't think I said hello. I did see you come in. I put you on the wheel right away. Hilda DC is coming up right now. She is a beloved and dedicated moderator and has been a dear friend for a long time. I love talking about her channel because every oh, I'm surprised. Am I not already subscribed to this channel? I'm just going to do it right now. She's got a few channels here. I'll run a video later, though. I'll put this in my watch later list. I'll watch it later, but I just subscribed right now. I thought I had this already. Hilda DC has got a few channels, but let me show you her regular channel here. I copied and pasted for the wheel. Now, Hilda DC is a moderator. Like I said, every moderator here is a dear friend of mine. They're all dear friends of each other. They all have channels of their own, and they all do different things. And Mama 4 Boy, sorry, I've got you on the wheel, I'm sure. Do I? Let me just double check. Yeah, a long time ago. I know you've been here most of the stream, so thank you for that. Hilda DC, all of our moderators are dear friends of each other. They have been for a long time, but they all have channels of their own. They all do different things. One of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity, and for that reason, you'll be able to meet more friends and family members when you visit their channels for premieres and live streams. And Hilda DC is a very special case. Now, every moderator here has a speech that I could give that would go on for at least 2.5 hours about each of them, my friendship with them, what I see in them, the reason why they were approached about being moderators, and the reasons why I'm thankful that they are. But Hilda DC is one of the most encouraging creators that I've met in 5.5 years on YouTube. You will find positive affirmations coming from the creator herself, special effects on the screen. She even gets Nightbot on the case, as a matter of fact. And she is always strong, powerful, and very much motivating, inspiring, most of all encouraging. This is how I describe her all the time. Now, when we get to her content, she brings shorts, videos, and live streams. There's a bit of variety here. A lot of what you're going to find are product reviews, but a lot of it is mukbang style product reviews and taste test challenges. Some of those are collaborations with other creators. She does a lot of live streaming. You could be live or in a video catching her for these product reviews and taste test challenges. Sometimes she tries weird food combinations and things like that, but she also introduces us to new products, a lot of which I don't see. In Canada, we only get about 10% of the different flavors of things that come out in the United States with our neighbors and things like that. Hilda DC now has over 2,400 subscribers, and I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther. But you'll also see her with StreamYard panels where creators come up with her, and she's also featured on a lot of other channels. I've been lucky to be on panel with her a few times, both on her own channel and on others. So I'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. Yeah, Ben Shen Games, I don't know why they don't do something like a yearly membership. The only thing I could guess is that, you know, channels, we don't know what to expect with channels, right? And I've seen channels get taken down, and it's always unfortunate. I've had some dear friends have channels. A dear friend just lost a channel. We are all heartbroken about that. But you know, if you paid a yearly membership on a channel, it might be a big headache for YouTube and everybody else to try to sort out how to get refunds out to people if a channel was to go down before the year was up, let's say, right? Unstable TV Shorts, yes, it's very late for you. We typically don't do streams this late, but I had an opportunity, so I wanted to come on. But thank you for being here. I really do appreciate that. Mo, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Ashley, good to see you here. I'm glad that you're here because I wanted to get to your channel. I had trouble finding you the other day by grabbing your channel in the chat by searching. But now that I've got it, I will have your, pardon me for a second, Lisa J. Stocks. We're going to talk about your channel in a second. Ashley, I just want to see if I've got your handle. It doesn't come up by the handle. I'm going to do something in my chat here, in my browser here. This is a trick. I was talking to the Stock Explorer about this the other day. If you are somebody who puts channels on the screen like this and has trouble finding a couple, by doing what I just did there, you're going to find that when you go back and kind of hack the URL here and start typing, if you wanted to find a channel that was hard to find, all I would have to do is guess, the handle is probably Ashley, and just put an @ symbol and the letter A, and sure enough it comes up in my browser history. If you wanted to go a step farther, you could bookmark it. But this is Ashley. We're not connected yet, but they've been here a couple of times already. I'm just going to grab a couple of their videos. They only have shorts. So what I want to recommend for everybody is to take at least 2 of these. I'm going to take... I'm going to show you something else. And forgive me, Lisa J. Stocks, we're going to get to your channel in a second, because I don't subscribe or watch videos while I live stream. When you want to get to a channel, or sorry, a video, a shorts video, and do all the things we do with regular videos, we've got to do a little bit of a hack with this as well. So I'm going to click on the video, and you're going to see what's going to happen here. Let me pause it because I don't want to run it. When we get up to the URL here, we got to do another hack with the URL. So we take out the word shorts, and we put in the word watch, and you'll see what happens. This is going to make this video become a regular video in the YouTube player. So we could do all the things we need to do, like creating a post and sharing, and the other things we need to do, like adding it to a playlist. I'm going to put this one in my watch later list. I'm going to go back to her videos, and I'm going to grab a second one, and this one I'm going to add into another playlist. Just because I want to show YouTube that I cared so much to go back for seconds on this channel after I connect with them to try to solidify. I didn't mean to download that. Try to solidify the connection here. I'm going to save this and put it in my catch-up list. So I'll run 2 videos for this creator. So that's Ashley. If anybody needs help finding this channel, because she's been here a few times now, and I see her out supporting other creators. There's her handle. You'll be able to find her with that. So I did spin the wheel. Lisa J. Stocks is here, and I'm going to talk about this channel in a second here. Yeah, Ghostly Wins. That's a good idea. Yes, Crazy Kid 949. Whenever we're moderator on a channel, we can use the 3 dots, but I don't have a lot of moderators here. Everybody who's a moderator here has been a dear friend of mine, and very impactful in the Tuber Chat family for at least a year, there are others who have also been extremely supportive, generous, and impactful. But I keep the number of moderators very thin here because most of our moderators are able to be here most of the time. And I don't want everybody to have to worry about moderating. But it also helps when we search, find, and click on each other. The channels that are hardest to find are the ones that need our help searching, finding, and clicking on them more than anybody else. Pardon me if I've missed anybody in the chat. If I've missed anything anybody's meant for me to see, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Lisa J. Stocks is up here right now, and this is another creator I'm still getting to know, but they're here with us frequently. Now what I'm going to do is go through their videos. I want to grab something from them. I'm going to grab this passive income. 100 shares. Interesting. I'm really interested in dividend stocks as an idea. I'm going to take this video, I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. I think any channel that wants to bring us any kind of financial information is going to be very informative. I think we can all benefit from that, because whether or not you're somebody who wants to invest in stocks or anything like that, I think the information that Lisa J. Stocks is going to share here will be beneficial. The more we know, the better we can think about our investments, and especially when most of us, if not all of us here in the Tuber Chat family, have monetization on our mind. Wouldn't it be a wonderful world if we could maximize the impact of the income that's going to flow in after we're monetized? And Natalie Nicole's ASMR is coming up, and we'll see what they've got going on their channel. We know that ASMR is a huge category in YouTube, so we just want to see what Natalie Nicole is going to do with this. And, oh, they got a premiere running. So we know we're going to have fresh content on this channel right away. They've actually lined up a few premieres for the next few days as well. So I've got my notifications on for those. I'm just going to go through their videos now and make sure I haven't fallen behind. It looks like I'm doing okay, especially with these new things that are going to come up as well. And then they've got shorts and live streams. So I'm going to take their iPhone 13 unboxing. This is from a couple months ago, but I'm going to put this in my catch-up list anyway. And Natalie Nicole's ASMR is here with us frequently. Kathy Paina, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And I'm going to put you onto the wheel right away. They happen to be a member. And let's spin. I'm going to try to really move it through channels now. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As well, if anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Mona Did What has 617 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 700 that they're thinking about now. And Mona Did What is bringing a lot of crafting of different types. Now, they talk about sewing and crafting videos as well as shorts of their everyday life. They're learning to quilt, so they want to show us their successes and their failures, like much of the channels here in the Tuber Chat family. And hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. They seem to be very encouraging and inspiring as well. So I'm just going to go through their videos in order here. It seems that I'm caught up, so that's okay, but hopefully I'll catch them for a live stream at some point as well, and hopefully you will too, and then we'll see each other in there. I'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up on the screen in another moment. We're going to take one more break right now for about 3 minutes. I'm going to get a couple more channels onto the wheel from our chat list, and then FR Humphrey is coming up in 3 minutes. Gloria's Platter says the Valentine's flowers are half price now, but actually one of the things I used to look forward to is the day after Valentine's Day. All the stores will have the Valentine's chocolate ready to go. I have just been a crazy chocolate addict almost for my whole life. I think it's crazy. In the later years when I was still going out for Halloween, I would trade my sister all of my candy for her handful of chocolate bars because I just wanted them so badly. And then, so we're looking at FR Humphrey. And thank you everybody again. 411 subscribers on this channel. We want to push them a little bit farther towards the 500. Of course, I was actually laughing at this too before I came back on here. YouTube see, YouTube do. That's an interesting t-shirt. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. FR Humphrey's fairly new to Tuberchat. I'm just reading their about page now. They're FR and a creator based in Alabama. They create lifestyle content focused on creativity for stress relief, mental and emotional well-being, and fun. Their creative outlets include backyard, urban organic gardening, traditional art, including watercolor, acrylic pen, and ink and pencil, and a lot more here. I'll let you read that because there's quite a bit there. So a lot of variety we can expect on this channel. I'm just going to take one of their latest gardening videos here and put this into my catch-up list. That will give me another video to get to know the channel with better. I'm just going to spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. I'm not sure what you mean, Mom of 4 boys. Not been able to get a link on your channel. I'm not sure what you mean. Here we don't drop links because more than anything else, we are able to help each other by searching, finding, and clicking on each other. The more we search, find, and click on each other's names, the more we will rise up the YouTube search results, and eventually they'll do a better job of predicting when we're looking for, like, this particular Scratch and PPA, of course. This is a fairly unique name. Scratch and PPA should be coming up #1 for everybody. I find that most names, even if they're somewhat popular, like Pete is a fairly popular name. Scratchin' is a big, pardon me, genre on YouTube, lottery ticket scratching, right? But I find that channels with names like that, let's just say, usually get to #1 in the search results for just about everybody after they hit about 800 subscribers. But sometimes it can take a little bit longer. Oh, link here for your email address. So one of the things that can be interesting, if you can reach out to other creators, if somebody mentions to you that they want to swap playlists, you could go to their channel, drop a comment on a video talking about it, and hopefully a long comment, right? We always want 3 or 4 sentences, but they'd be able to go and click right to you from that. Vanessa, Angel Rose Designs, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And forgive me if I'm still not understanding, Mama 4 boys. Sometimes I see things in the chat and I just start interfering in everybody else's conversation. I didn't catch the beginning or end of that. Glorious Platter. Aldi. I'm not sure if we have that. We have Aldo, but I don't know if we have Aldi. I'm not sure. Scratch and Pete PA is a beloved and dedicated moderator here. Definitely a shining jewel in the Tuberchat family, to say the least. He is known to be everywhere all the time and has built up a reputation as a moderator on hundreds of channels. He has an interesting series of videos on his channel called the Scratch Challenge, and these have been going on for over 2 years now, where he pits 2 lottery scratch tickets against each other and gives us the opportunity to vote on the content of next week's video if we follow Scratch and PPA on Instagram, Twitter, and or Facebook, which of course I do. It sets his series apart, makes it really unique and a lot of fun to be a part of. But you'll notice as well that this creator has perfect consistency. And you have to forgive me, Pete. Obviously, I missed your premiere on Tuesday, which happened to be Valentine's Day. I was out at the time. But I try never to miss them. And like I said, perfect consistency. 12:15 Eastern every Tuesday. Scratch and PPA puts out his videos, and what you'll find during those premieres is a chat that runs faster than Superchat, faster than most you've seen even in the Superchat family. And it's very fast-paced, very high energy, a lot of fun to be a part of. But of course, you'll be able to meet more friends and family members the same way that we do here when you're there. Scratch and PPA is approaching 1,500 subscribers. He's getting dangerously close. He's given us one shorts video so far. We might see some more at some point. And then as well, this creator has a presentation on the forefront of his mind as well. You see his bright, beautiful avatar matches the banner, which is updated every single week to match the thumbnails, which include content from the video, as you can see. And then his video editing skills have actually been complemented ever since the very beginning of him coming into Superchat, which was right after the start. It was probably within, I forget the episode number, and I know I've said that for like 2 years now already, but it's likely been over 500 live streams that he's been in just here in Superchat, but he supports literally every single thing that I do. I'm amazed constantly with how much this creator has to give. And, you know, I find it inspiring to know that there's generosity like that out there. I hope you'll connect with Scratch and PPA to see what I mean. As well, when we talk about generosity and creators that have had incredible impact on myself, the Stock Explorer here is a member and a moderator also. They happen to be from Florida on their channel. More than anything else, they want to bring us the stock markets and crypto markets, and that can be in a level-headed and down-to-earth way, including anything from beginner tutorials to help us get familiar with the fundamentals, right up to advanced topics like options trading and NFTs. They sometimes have charts and graphs for us to see, but it's often friendly conversation, and they stream several times a week, sometimes on schedule, sometimes with pop-up live streams. They always have StreamYard panelists, or most often, and pardon me, I actually did an interview with them that went on for a couple of hours a few weeks ago where we were talking YouTube, and I enjoyed that, of course, but Nora's been a dear friend for a long time. They have got shorts, videos, and live streams on their channel, and then, like I said, a lot of StreamYard panelists and things like that. They often have product in hand when they're talking about stocks, crypto, and other things. And then as well, they've got a second channel called Tropical Buzz. And this is where they seek to educate us about plant life, some of which is already there, some of which they're going to grow. They've got 168 subscribers on this channel right now, and in the coming months, they'll be growing more and more things because they happen to be in Florida. They're just waiting for the weather to catch up, but they've already been involved in seed swaps and other challenges with other creators. So I'm just spinning the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. Mama 4 Boys is coming up right now, and we'll take a look at what they've got going on. They have been with us every day lately and making frequent appearances in Superchat. Hopefully everybody will connect with them if you haven't already. They're talking about the idea of swapping playlists, so if anybody wants to reach out to them right now, you certainly can. I'm just going to check their About page for a second. Yeah, okay, so they don't have an email right there, but that's okay. One of the things I would recommend then, if anybody wants to swap playlists, particularly with Mama 4 Boys, you could go to their channel, leave a comment on a video, hopefully with a few more sentences. I always recommend 3 or 4 sentences, but you could mention, you know, the idea of a playlist or something like that. You'll find a creative way to do it, and then they can click on that and get right back to you. 864 subscribers, and they're bringing a lot of delicious looking content on their channel lately. I'm just going to grab the latest video, and I'm going to put this into my ketchup list. I'm assuming that Red Baron, yeah, Red Baron is a frozen pizza. I don't know if we have that in Canada. Can't remember for the life of me if I've seen that. I've had an unreasonable amount of pizza in my life, both frozen and fresh and homemade, and from restaurants and from franchises, and basically I think any kind of pizza that can be devoured has been. Keto Mama Michelle is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on. I'm going to try to move quickly through channels now. I did put Keto Mama Michelle and Gloria's Platter on the wheel. I'm not sure if I mentioned that while we were in the break there. We, over time, add names to our wheel from our chat list, but I got to start moving it because we've already been on for 2.5 hours, and we've recently been extending to 3 hours now. And then Did I get Roadhog? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Roadhog's on the wheel. They've been on there a long time. Keto Mama Michelle has 390 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 400 that they're thinking about. This is another creator that wants to talk with us about healthy eating, healthy living, and then family as well. And I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos. You know, this is something I think when I was, I think they called it Disney on Ice, or something like that. I think I saw this once when I was so young. Too young to remember. And it's too bad. It's too bad that we don't remember some of these things, right? Thank goodness now that we all have a million phones on us. If you're out with family, you got like almost everybody's got a phone on them, or friends, and then we can capture some of this stuff and at least remember it, if not share it as well, right? And then Odom's Homestead is coming up right now. Yeah, the community posts. I know Ben Shan Games and Mama 4 Boys are talking about that right now. I can give everybody in the chat a hint right now and let you know, sharing on the community tab is the #1 thing that I'm thanked for. One of the things that we've noticed is the biggest channel that I run for another creator. They are a hands-on owner, of course, right? But with that channel, they were able to start another channel. They had over 50,000 subscribers. I forget what they're at now, 57 or something like that. It keeps fluctuating. When you have a channel that size, the losses are devastating at a time. But you can lose like hundreds of subscribers. But that channel's at about 57 right now. And that creator was able to get 250 subscribers in one day just from community posts. Now, you have to have the 57,000 to get them, but they were able to do it, or whatever it is that they had at the time. And then yes, the ghostly wins. I think there's a setting on the wheel that doesn't allow duplicates. I think it's there. I forget if it's there. Odom's Homestead is up right now, another homesteading channel, but this is another creator who's here with us literally every day. I see them out supporting other creators all the time as well. Lucas Warren's World, good to see you in the house. Pardon me. And Sister Winnie, thank you for coming in. Thanks for the thumbs up. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Gloria's Platters coming up right now. And like I said, we're really flying through channels now. But Odom's Homestead is a lot of fun to catch, especially for garden updates. They're a very outgoing creator, and they've been incredibly generous as a supporter here at Tuber Chat for a long time as well. Oh, Deborah's Journey, you are still here. Or back. Let me get you onto the wheel. They were gifted a membership earlier today. And Gloria's Platter's up right now with over 2,200 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 2,300 that they're thinking about. Gloria's Platter's going to bring us shorts, videos, and live streams. Now, she's expanded her content in the last long while. This is going to be interesting too, right? A jewelry box on our jewelry box review. I'm going to take this video and put it into my catch-up list right now. She put that out today, actually. But it's mostly delicious looking content on this channel. When I go through her videos, you're going to get an idea of what I'm talking about here. Now, she really started expanding the content, going out to different grocery stores. Usually the other stuff that she's doing falls in line with the theme behind her channel. Lots of live streams where she's bringing us cooking, and she's very considerate about prepping a lot of the stuff so that when we get to her channel for a live stream, she is prepared to make the live stream pure content, no fluff, right, if we want to put it that way, so that it's fully entertaining. She always engages the chat, and she's always got a twist in every video as well. You can see this creator knows how to entice a lot of comments on their channel. Let's get to Roadhog and see what they've got going on. I'm just going to put their handle into the chat if you want to grab them from their handle. Roadhog's a very popular name. They come up not too bad, like second or third for me. Search results change over time, and are somewhat location based. So your search results might be different than mine. 287 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 300 we know that they're thinking about. And when we look at Roadhog, this is a channel I'm still getting to know. I'm going to grab another video and I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. And everything in your videos was found in the trash. Interesting. So there's probably a lot to be learned on this channel. I'm glad that I read that from the About page too. And then we'll see what they've got going on this channel. Roadhog's fairly new to Superchat. They've just been here a few times. But hopefully everybody will connect with them and give them a warm welcome into the Superchat family. One Big Chains Music, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And I think I saw Cabaret Gaming come in. And Fifi's Journey is here as well. The Fix-It Lady's coming up on the screen. And I'll get a couple of names onto the wheel that are members in our chat list. Fifi's Journey's coming up. Cabaret Gaming is somebody I've been catching a lot lately. They do a lot of live streaming. Now, the Fix-It Lady has been commended here in Superchat, actually, by other creators, talking about the fact that they learn from their channel. And the Fix-It Lady is constantly fixing, repairing, or creating things on their channel. The Fix-It Lady now has 1,100 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther towards the 1,200 they're thinking about. And then, Crazy Kid 949's making me laugh. The Fix-It Lady has got shorts videos and live streams. I see they've got a couple of interesting videos here. The latest couple of things that they've done. I'm just going to take I know it's very short. I'm just going to take this latest video and put it in my catch-up list. But I caught quite a few from the Fix-It Lady so far. Coffee Walks and Whatever. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Oh, you're in Manitoba. I happen to be right now actually in Pickering, Ontario. But I typically live close to Niagara Falls in Ontario, Canada. That's where I am most of the time when we're streaming. I'm just at work right now. The Fix-It Lady has shorts, videos, and live streams. Sorry, not live streams yet. Live streams might be an idea for the future, but shorts and videos for now. And like I said, we're likely going to learn quite a bit on their channel. And then One Big Chains Music has 289 right now, but hopefully we'll get you a couple of new friends today and over time, so you move towards 300. Holly's Adventures is coming up, and we'll see what they've got going on. I'm not sure if they're still here, because they were here 2.5 hours ago at the beginning of the stream. And yes, this is our Holly's Adventures. What I've found from them so far is gaming. On their live stream page, you see that, and then we can get into shorts, and then they've got videos as well that have more gaming, which is cool. Hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. 352 subscribers. We'd love to push them towards the 400 that they're thinking about. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Oh yeah, Mama 4 Boys. It can be expensive, absolutely, in Niagara. What I find is that hotels in Niagara tend to be less expensive than most places, unless you're going to like the Hilton or the Marriott or like the big names, right? Especially with the view, like right of the falls. But if you're just looking for a place to stay, there's a lot of inexpensive places because there's so many hotels, right? Restaurants and things like that, they're abundant number. There are a couple of places around that are like buffets, so you can find meals that are relatively inexpensive. We got all the franchises, Burger King, McDonald's, Wendy's, and things like that. But then as well, there's independent restaurants that have unique experiences in them, right? We have in Niagara Falls a tower called the Skylon Tower, which is similar to the CN Tower that everybody knows from Toronto, or the Space Needle, I believe, from Seattle might be similar. And they've got a restaurant up there that rotates and you get a view of everything. It's kind of cool. And then Unstable TV is up here. They may not still be with us right now because it's very late for them. They're in Ireland, and they have now crossed 19,000 subscribers. The rapid growth on this channel is just literally amazing because we saw these creators start from the beginning. And they're going to hit 20,000 soon. They are fully monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. But I just want to show you something about their view counts here. When you look at a channel that's doing spectacularly well, there are ways that I don't talk about here for people to pump their numbers up that are questionable, or we could say illegitimate, right? And I think those are damaging to a channel. But Unstable TV, when you look at their videos, you see that they put out a video 6 days ago with 71 views, and then we see a video from 2 days ago with 1,300 views. Then we see a video from 1 day ago with 123 so far, 7 days ago with 20. This looks real. Extremely real. These creators, when I go onto their videos page now, you're going to get a look at what they've done, and we're going to see 200,000 here, 180,000 here, 90,000 here, 90,000 here. This looks legitimate, right? And the reason why I'm putting focus on that is because I know that these creators work really hard. For anybody that has known them for any amount of time, they are incredibly fun. They are very funny, both of them together. They have an incredible back and forth in chemistry between the two of them, and it comes across on camera, but they are extremely generous and giving in an eager way. And what I'm talking about is in the idea of sharing knowledge so that they can help other people understand how to experience the growth that they're experiencing. They are not only ready and willing to help, but eager to help other creators. And I just think that's wonderful. I think it speaks volumes about their personalities, and I hope everybody will connect with them. I'm going to take their latest video and put it in my catch-up list before I talk about Mountain Grandma. Butler Family Farm, thank you for coming in. And I see the Down Under Cruisers. Good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. For anybody that is brand new, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators that come through the chat in a 2.5 hour period every time we stream. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Yes, I forgot, Kathy Payne, I forgot to put their second channel up. They broke off into a second channel now to do shorts separately and experiment with those, but boy do they work hard, right? Oh, swapping collaborations. Crazy Kid 949, you're welcome to talk about just about anything that you want to, you know, especially when we're talking about supporting each other or collaborating and things like that. The best success is going to be found in probably exchanging Instagrams or Facebooks or WhatsApps or whatever else, right? A lot of creators do that here because it's a longer conversation to have. But just to throw it out there and say like, hey, you're willing to collaborate with creators, that's absolutely fine, and then everybody can conversate over that. Thank you, Ben Shang Games. Thank you. I know today's a later stream than we usually do, but we try to mix up the days and times so we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. I haven't been able to stream on Fridays for many months, and I just wanted to get one in. Popping the Popcorn is Katie. Good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Good Times Homestead with Jen and Steve. Good to see you here as well. I'm going to get you onto the wheel because they happen to be a member. I really got to start rifling through channels because I spent the first 15 or 20 minutes or half hour talking like I always do. And now we're approaching 3 hours, so we got to move it. My voice isn't going to last much longer, but one of the things you got to think of while you're live streaming is your moderators as well, right? They're volunteering their time to help you in almost every case, and you know, they don't necessarily want to spend any more than 3 hours at a time here in Tuber Chat. Butler Family Farm, thank you very much for that membership, by the way. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, so I'm going to add you on right away. And we'll get to spinning in a second. Mountain Grandma is up here right now, and we'll see what they got going on their channel. I'm going to take their latest Happy Mail video and put that in my catch-up list, and I'm going to go to their About page and see what they got going on. They wanted to live where water was abundant. They could grow, hunt, forage, and fish on their own land. They did it here in the Ozarks. I got to talk to these creators because as cheesy as this might sound, I loved the TV show Ozark as much as you could love a TV show, but you know what I mean. I don't watch a ton of TV, but I do have a hard time finding things that I enjoy. I usually like really boring, drawn out stuff like political dramas and things like that, but Ozark was delightfully dark and disturbing. and I did enjoy it, but I'm just curious to know how much, if somebody is actually from the Ozarks, if they could say that the TV show has anything to do with it, or if it's inaccurate. I'm just curious to know. From the Other Side of the Fence is up right now. We'll see what they've got going on their channel. They're fairly new to Superchat as well. They're just over 100 subscribers now, at 105. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 200 that they're thinking about. They just put out a video a month ago. They're still working on shorts. Hopefully we can catch a little bit more from them as well as they continue to put new content out. And this channel is going to display their video editing skills and then share their perspective as the father of a teenage barrel racer. Actually, you know what's funny about this? Actually, it's not funny, but I now, actually, Kristen and I are watching the TV show Yellowstone. So we don't watch a lot of television, but like when it's right before bed, we'll watch TV for an hour or whatever, an episode of a show to say, like generally speaking. But barrel racers is something they were talking about in Yellowstone, so I'm interested to see that on this channel and to learn a little bit more about it. Outgoing Azzy, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I didn't catch exactly what you meant the other day. Outgoing Azzy might have lost his phone and had somebody help him out with that, so it's great to see that kind of generosity out there in the world, if I got that right. Let's spin the wheel. And we'll see who's coming up next. Kathy Payne, did I not get you on the wheel? Yes, I did. Deborah's Journey is coming up as well. She was gifted a membership today. And we'll get that channel up on the screen. The Moody Artist gifted a handful of memberships today. I think they gifted 10 memberships today. And then She Stole My Thunder gifted a membership. Brown Girl Bella gifted a membership. And I hope I'm not leaving anybody out, because it's been an unbelievably overwhelming day for that. I also noticed that everybody's knocked most of the life off of our stream boss there, which was Psychedelic Spellbreaker a while ago. Deborah's Journey's up here right now with 417 subscribers. It looks like they're going to help us with some financial advice here as well. So I'm going to take that video, put it in my catch-up list also. Budgeting, cash stuffing, grocery hauls. So the idea of saving money in both perspectives. Saving money on purchases, likely, and then as well saving money, meaning like literally saving up some money. So they've got shorts and videos right now. I'm looking forward to seeing more of what they've got going on. A realistic approach to budgeting and saving, which is great. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel on the screen. And there you go. Good Times Homestead with Jen and Steve knocked out the stream boss for free with that highlighted milestone message. So thank you for that. And Good Times Homestead with Jen and Steve will get some extra exposure on the stream boss for a little while because of that. Fifi's Journey's coming up right now. We'll see what this creator's got going on as well. This creator is out supporting other creators all the time. And Fifi's Journey's been with us a while. 921 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. They're officially on the road to 1K. It's a very exciting milestone for everybody's YouTube journey. I'm just going to take their latest video and put it in my catch-up list. And they're talking about some interesting stuff here. I'm going to have to see what this is. And then they got on some of the Super Bowl stuff here as well, which is cool. They've got some shorts on their shorts on their channel. Simple, low-key, however straightforward and firm. Interesting. Yes, they worked a graveyard shift as a certified nurse aide at an orthopedic hospital in Boston, Massachusetts. And they were not able to find work-life balance even after 10 years. So what they do now is on their channel, in amongst the other variety, they talk about that and trying to help us find work-life balance, which can be a struggle, especially when we start talking about getting into part-time things like YouTube and eventually trying to turn those full-time. Just chilling. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And my flock is everywhere. Good to see you in the house. Outgoing Azzy is an extremely outgoing creator. They always have interesting things to show us on their channel, and we're going to see what they've got going on today. They said something about losing their phone, but I saw that on another network. I think it was Facebook. Anybody can reach out to me anytime. I'm on Facebook. Some of the time. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, and Twitter some of the time. That's how I usually say that. My Flock is everywhere. Is on the wheel. They happen to be a member as well. And then Outgoing Azzy is now over 6,400 subscribers. They've always got really energetic videos to share. They do a lot of sharing on their community posts for others as well as their own videos. And they've got some shorts, and they've started live streaming. Hopefully they'll pick those up again. I was lucky enough to be there for their very first live stream. Outgoing Azzy's been with us for quite some time now, actually, well over a year. I think it's getting even closer to a year and a half or even longer. Butler Family Farm is coming up right now. I just put them on the wheel, so look at this. The wheel is always questionable how long it's going to take to get different channels up on the screen once they get onto the wheel. Butler Family Farm is 629 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 700 that they're thinking about. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos here and put this into my catch-up list as well. Butler Family Farm is another channel I'm still getting to know. Transplants from San Diego. They moved to Missouri in 2006 onto 116 acres. And the golden age of their lives, absolutely. They have a herd of cattle, goats, several donkeys, a couple of horses, llamas, along with chickens. And they've got quite a bit of different stuff on their channel, as we can see. I'm looking forward to getting to know what they've got going on here. And shorts as well as videos, and then hopefully I can catch you for a live stream. You just did one a couple of days ago. I wish I caught that, but maybe I'll catch the next one or sometime soon. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen and see what is happening with Trivia Lane. This is a brand new channel for the Superchat family, and they just came in not too long ago, actually, a couple of weeks, I think. And we'll see what they've got going on. They're doing one thing specifically with trivia. I'm just going to take their latest video, put this into my catch-up list. Looks like a game. They've got 4 subscribers right now. I think I was their second. And like I said, this is a brand new channel, so we want to encourage them by pushing them towards the first 5 or 10 subscribers we know they're thinking about. We know that the race to the first 100 is more challenging than ever, but as long as everybody's doing as much as we can for each other, we see channels hitting different milestones like the first 100 and far beyond all the time, so we'd love to get them moving. On a Day is up here right now, and they've got 381 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 400 they're thinking about. I'm just going to take your Savannah, Georgia Getaway Part 3 video. I'm going to put that into my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to catch another piece of content. One of the things I like about putting channels on the screen here in Tuber Chat is that I get to know channels over time, and by watching videos and hanging out in live streams over weeks and months, eventually I get to know the content. And if you want to connect on the other social networks, I always enjoy connecting with creators in that way as well. Good Times Homestead with Jen and Steve is coming up right now. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. I'm moving a little bit faster now, but I really got to race through these channels. We've been on for almost 3 hours. I didn't mean to go overtime again after we're already overtime. Good Times Homestead with Jen and Steve has 739 subscribers. That's our stream boss right now, as you'll see under my video, the video game life meter under my camera there. This is Jen. If you're lucky on her channel, you might catch her with a guitar in hand, but there's a lot of family togetherness here. It can be indoors and outdoors, engaging in all sorts of homesteading activities, and I think it's the thing I find most compelling about the channel. But Jen brings fun everywhere that she goes, both in her own content and when she's here in Tuber Chat and everywhere else that I see her supporting other creators. She supports on every one of my channels, for which I'm grateful, but I run into her all the time, engaging content, supporting others as well. My Flock is Everywhere is up here right now, and this is a creator that is, for the most part, talking about the unexplained. And I see them supporting other creators as well, but when we talk about things like UFOs here, Unidentified S4 is referenced in this video here. That's another channel I run into constantly. They're part of the Tuber Chat family as well. I'm looking forward to getting through a little bit more of their content as well, because they got quite a bit of different variety here. But My Flock is Everywhere tends to seem to focus more than anything else on the unexplained. UFOs are only one aspect of that, but there's a lot of stuff out there that brings a lot of engaging content. I think that's what My Flock is Everywhere is going to be in for, and they're getting close to 500 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the halfway mark to their 1K. Ghostly Winds is coming up from Australia, and this is a longtime dear friend. It's always too long of a story for me to go into sometimes my individual friendships with creators, but I can tell you that Ghostly Winds is somebody who is a true friend, somebody that, I met through my YouTube journey as well here in the Superchat family, but somebody that I know truly has my back out there in the YouTube streets, somebody that not only brings fun and engagement here into the Superchat family, they're responsible for naming the catch-up list that we joke about all the time that I use to keep caught up with creators, like I'm going to do right now. And then as well, they always have interesting things to say about the Wheel of Doom. What you're going to find on their channel is that they bring retro gameplay more than anything else, but they're always warm and welcoming, and you can basically feel the energy and fun that this creator is having while they're playing different games. You notice the Sega and Nintendo logos. Even I grew up with those systems, but this creator is able to introduce me to games that I wasn't already familiar with. Excuse me, even from the early days of Nintendo and Sega. Kathy Piena is up here right now. This is another creator I'm still getting to know. I'm just going to take one of these latest videos. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. It looks like it's going to be something that's got some inspiring or motivating content in it. I'm looking forward to seeing that. And 411 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. Freedom Tours Hawaii. And they will motivate us in a spiritual way. They'll be teaching oil painting in the future. They will have a few other things going on their channel. Like I said, I'm still getting to know them. And then, hopefully everybody will enjoy the variety that we find when we get there. And they've got quite a bit to look at right now. They've got a premiere coming up. Oh, no, that was the one I talked about the other day. That might have to be removed because I think that was a premiere that was meant to go, and something was up with that. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up on the screen in a second here. And then Kathy Piena, yeah, I'm confused about this one video here because it says 2/1/23. Makes me think that it was supposed to go out on February the 1st, or unless that was a live stream. You might have to get through some settings and things like that to try to figure out where that is to cancel that if you can't rename or restart it. I'm just going to show you something. If you use the button here when you're logged into the front page and you click go live, then you can get to a page here that's going to let you, let's say later date, let's say streaming software, and then when we get into manage, you can get through a bunch of videos that are upcoming, let's just say, and it might be sitting there. You might be able to correct it from there. Forgive me if I'm mistaken. We're at almost the end of today's live stream. We've only got about 5 minutes left to go if you wanted to go back and rewatch that. Charlene Heel is coming up next. We'll see what they've got going on. Even I have had live streams. I've got one still. When I log into Streamlabs on my phone, there's one live stream that's lingering there forever, and I can't get rid of it everything I try. And then, Crazy Kid 949's talking about collaborations. If anybody is interested in StreamYard panels, it's always a great way to gain more subscribers for your channel by generously changing the dynamic of the content on somebody's channel. Charlene Heel is a powerhouse of energy and positivity. She's got 2 different channels. On this original one that's fully monetized, she wants to bring us wellness coaching, obviously motivating and encouraging and inspiring content, both in shorts, videos, and live streams. And then when I get to her second channel, we see more, pardon me while I try to spell here, Conscious Business Services and Opportunities And we'll see what she's got going on this channel. 630 subscribers, where she brings wealth, spirituality, and entrepreneurship in line with the other content we find from the other channel. They complement each other. Shorts, videos, and live streams from this encouraging creator as well. Oh, yeah, no, and nobody can get to your videos but you, Kathy Payne. I'd be happy to help, but we can't do that. You have to do it. It's okay. It doesn't matter. It can sit there. It's not hurting anybody. It's just that I've noticed it, but it's something that can be changed at some point later. If you can get to a computer at some point to get to that, you'll be able to do that. Philip Lemon is here with 165 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 200 that they're thinking about. Philip Lemon brings us a lot of variety, a lot of video gameplay lately, actually, by the look of it. I've never played Stardew Valley. That's interesting. And they've got quite a bit of this now, but they actually mix things up all the time on their channel. They engage conversation whenever they come in, and they make frequent appearances here in Tuber Chat. They have for a long time. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. We always want to find loyal and dedicated supporters, especially when you can see the future. You can hear me talk about a lot of creators here and know what you're getting into when the friendships are about to start, when you connect with them right from here in the chat, if that makes sense. Chef Shapino's coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on. If anybody wants to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Chef Shapino's here with 1,650 subscribers, almost 1,700, going to be soon. And I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. I'm still going through a lot of Chef Shapino's content. A place for our True Pill community garden to enjoy life, love, laughs, food, music, and wisdom, of course, which they collaborate with other creators for as well. We know Information Man Show. Now, hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. Chef Shapino's been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter ever since finding the Tuber Chat family. Pardon me, my voice is at its end. The Jay Jordan is coming up. This is a creator who's on all the time. If it's not their own channel, they're on other people's StreamYard panels. It's fitness first with this creator. They want to motivate us with a lot of different workouts that we can join in on while they live stream or drop videos or even shorts. But they also get into a lot of music, and they share that on other people's channels as well. I literally bounce in between premieres and live streams, and I find them in it's not the most random places, you know, it's friendships between creators, but I'm just amazed on how many different channels I seem to find the Jay Jordan on. They also take us out for adventures as well. I've caught them a couple of times taking us bowling. You'll find those in these, in the variety on their channel. But boy, are they ever just posting like crazy. So no surprise, they're over 2,000 subscribers already. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up on the screen. I think we looked at the Journals of Awakening earlier, right? Chocolate Drop is in the house. Sorry, I didn't say hello, but I did put you on the wheel. Chocolate Drop has this inside joke with me that they call me Mr. Customer Service, and I'm sure that's because of the way that I speak when we're here in Tuber Chat, but it makes me laugh every time. I've been lucky to catch them several times, both on their own channel and outside. Let me see what they got going on for live streams here. I'm hoping I can catch one of these. Why do I not catch any of your live streams? They've been doing these not too frequently. Hopefully you get back to once a week on those, but whatever's right for your channel. They've got shorts on their channel, they've got videos, and I catch them out supporting other creators all the time. So I'm going to spin the wheel. We'll get one more channel coming up. That's Cabarar Gaming. Forgive me for the channels that we did not get to. We've been on for 3 hours today, so we've started to go overtime just about every single day. Tomorrow I have an interesting live stream happening on my personal channel, but it is politically charged, so I'll warn you before you even think about watching that. But if you want to join me, that will be great. The chat will get pretty heated, which is not typical, but we'll let it go. It's the last one I expect to do, so we'll see, but I'll appreciate anybody connecting with me there. We'll be off Tuber Chat tomorrow, and I hope to do a live stream again on Sunday. For the next week to 2 weeks, I expect to be on every other day. So we're expecting Sunday, Tuesday and Thursday, and then we'll take it from there. So this is Cabarar Gaming, another creator who brings a variety in video games. I'm always happy to see them with Grand Theft Auto. I'm just going to put a notification on here. They bring shorts, videos, and live streams, and they really mix things up. As you can see, I've caught them countless times on live streams. And then when we look at Cabarar Vlogs, we see tips, tricks, tech, and tutorials from the same creator behind Cabarar Gaming. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. We'd love to push this channel up towards the 200 that they're thinking about. And then I'll just put this in the chat. My name is Kevin K. I'm very easy to find. I should come up first for everybody. And I'll appreciate anybody connecting with me over there. And then thank you everyone for the time that you spent, and we try to get through as many channels as we can in a 2.5 hour period every time we stream. So if not before, we will see you again on Sunday. Thank you everyone. Bye-bye.